Vadi, welcome back to episode number 4 of My Unsolicited Opinion podcast. How
Yes.
are you doing, ladies?
Hello, hello.
Hey,
We
hey
are
now.
back for another
Oh,
one.
I didn't know
another
it was
one.
four.
What you say?
I
Yeah.
was not. It's four. Okay. I'm here
Yeah,
for
this
it.
is the
Okay.
4th. It's going by
Uh,
quick.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, so you guys, thank you all for joining us tonight. It is a Saturday. We having a Saturday night special because all of us are kid free. I don't know about how y'all doing out there, but
Okay.
we living life like it's golden over here. We on some rich auntie vibes tonight, and y'all, we
Okay.
got a
Yeah.
super special
Exactly.
episode. It's gonna get a little spicy, honey. I don't know if you guys
Yeah.
have seen this game before, but it's called Tonight's Conversation, relationship debates. And on this channel, we talk a lot about the male female dynamic and, how we're, fancy, free, and footloose or whatever. And we live in our best lives despite what, some of the male counterparts might have to say. But this is going to be a lot of fun. So, you guys, make sure that you're dropping your comments in the chat. And we're going to invite you guys up to participate in the conversation because it's gonna get a little spicy, okay? And have a drink. I should have poured me a drink. Y'all got drinks?
I
Oh,
kind of do have my little margarita over
kind of a
here.
little bit. A little bit.
Oh,
Nothing too fancy.
I didn't get a drink. I wasn't even thinking about it. But
That's all
if
right,
you
girl. We'll do
guys
it
have drinks
intermission.
out there, make sure that you pour up, get you some shots. We're gonna have a good time tonight. So
Yes.
Yes,
let's check
indeed.
in and see who all we got in the chat before we get started.
All
Mhm.
right. Let's see. So far, we have our girl, Mama Bear Moments. She says, "Good
Hey,
evening,
girl.
ladies." Yes, Mama Bear. You are here for the Saturday night special. Girl, you are here for a treat. I don't know if you're being Mama Bear tonight or if the baby is in the bed or not, but you're here for a treat tonight, girl.
This is not a
Yes,
kid-friendly
indeed.
episode.
And we're dropping the link early. We are dropping
Yes.
the link early tonight. You don't have to wait too long.
So yes, it's gonna be 18 and up. And who else we got here?
We got
Hey
our other
Celeste.
homegirl Celeste. She's also a new member of the mastermind. Welcome.
Hey,
It's ladies'
Celeste.
night. It's ladies' night tonight. Celeste and Mama Bear, welcome to the chat, guys.
Definitely. All right.
So,
So y'all just want to hop right
y'all
You want
ready?
to
in?
jump right in it?
Huh?
Let's do it.
Oh,
Let's
all
do it.
right.
Well, let's get
Well,
into it.
I don't know, Joy, if you just want to like tell them. I guess we already went over like the
Kind of just to
basics
tell
of
you
the
what we're
game,
gonna
right?
do. Just to kind of
Mm-hmm.
tell them what we're gonna do, how we're gonna do it.
Yeah.
So we're just having some conversation. So these cards, I mean, it's a ton of them. I guess it's about 100 or so. I don't know, but you can go to their website. We tagged them in the title. If this is something that you want to do at your house, maybe for a girls' night or something like that. But it does say, I'll read the back so you kind of have an idea what we're talking about here. So, women and men have the same capacity to experience the pleasure and pain of love. What's different is how they interpret those experiences in the moment. You think you know your perspective on step kids, a mundane sex life, exes, and infidelity. Well, let's see. Tonight's conversation, relationship debates, is going to take you to the heart of how you and the people you care for most in the world care for most see the world through an exciting Q&A on a spicy relationship scenario. So y'all ready? Here we go. I'm just going to choose some cards at random. I'll read the topic or the question and we're going to chat.
Yes.
So
Feel free to respond in the chat, guys. We want to get active tonight
Definitely.
in the words of MTR.
And
it's
after
going to be
after
good.
well, I was gonna say after we get through the first question, then we'll drop that link, and you ladies and or men, if you're in the chat as well, you can come on up and give us your perspective on the question itself.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot easier, have a man perspective or whatever, because I'm sure you'll probably disagree with anything that is we have to say. So, all right. So let's start with some softball stuff. Okay. All right. So, what was the reason your last relationship didn't work?
Okay,
I'll go
so
first.
I guess
I'll go first.
you going.
So
Oh, go ahead, girl.
okay, yeah. So I actually I've only had a couple of relationships. I've had some situationships. Several of those that have lasted far too long. But that's another story for another day. I guess my last relationship was with my child's father, and it didn't work. We've known each other since we were 12 years old, and it didn't quite work out in adulthood because I was ready to be an adult and he was kind of still in the whole like play video games, whatever. And so, which is, I guess, is fine when you're 23, 24 years old. But I remember very specifically two things that happened. And one was, I remember I was working for a radio station, and at the time I had access to tickets to all kind of stuff. Well, the ACC tournament was where we were working, and so I was inviting him. I was like, "Hey, like let's watch the ACC tournament together." All day calling him, and he wanted to hang out with the boys. He's gonna kick it with the boys, right? And so he didn't realize I was trying to surprise him and give him tickets to the game. So when he realized it, all of a sudden he was like, oh, yeah. I was like, you know what? In that moment, I was like, I don't think I like you no more. But a couple years later, because y'all know we gonna stick it out no matter what.
I'm
And
stick
so
beside him.
and so a couple years later, I was 25, I was pregnant, and it was in 2008, and I had lost my job. So my grandmother died in April. I lost my job in May. I came home. We were living together at the time. Came home. I told him, hey, I don't got a job no more. So my expectation was that he would at least, kind of like, I got it. Don't worry about it. Woo, 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 like make me feel better. But what I found was that I was making him feel better. And I don't know how that, like, lie something like, dang, like, what I mean? Like,
Hold on.
He was feeling better because you didn't have a job?
No, I'm saying I was the one that should have been like able to be like sad or whatever the emotions
yeah.
But I was the one that was like, oh no, it's okay, it's cool, it'll work out, it's all good. And I'm over here trying to like, oh well, I can apply for food stamps, I'm gonna get unemployment. And I was like, I already see where this is going. Like, I'm expecting you to like,
it's okay,
step up, like, but
well, hold on now.
And so I resented him for that.
When you said to him, like, you could apply for like, food stamps and unemployment, there was no like reaction there, like, like some sense of like, yeah, no, we're not doing that or something like that.
It was not, but I just, in my mind, I would have imagined that scenario where I'm the woman, the pregnant woman, and he's the guy. I just completely thought that situation was going to play out a little bit differently. And
you wanted him to be like, I gotta see, put y'all on his back.
That's why I was like, lie or something. Like anything would have been acceptable at that moment, except, oh man, what we gonna do? Like, are you kidding me right now? Like, you gotta be. I'm like, it's okay, don't worry about it, it's cool. Okay, So now it just left me feeling like, I don't want to say like insecure, unsafe, but I didn't like that feeling, and I felt very much like this ain't gonna go very far. Like I just knew it couldn't work because I didn't feel that the dynamics was appropriate. Right. And I just felt like, okay, clearly I'm the one that's gonna be the one to always think and always have to figure stuff out. And
that's just a sad place to be in.
I didn't like that feeling. So that was it. I knew then. I was like, well.
And so y'all were like, you said you were like 24, 25 around that time, right? 24, 25 around that time. And so, well, let me ask you a question. Not necessarily, you don't have to go into details, but what type of, all these years later, what type of man does he look like? I know you guys aren't together at the moment, but like what type of man does he look like to you? Does he still look like that 24, 25-year-old man?
Yeah,
Do you think
and
he's
I'll
still
tell you
that?
why.
Mm.
To a certain degree, yeah. He's engaged now. And I'm sure he's more mature or whatever, but he's very immature in a lot of ways. You know what I
Okay.
mean? Like,
You know him. You know him.
yeah, I've known him since we was a kid. You know, it just under any circumstances, there was just no pathway for it to work. As a matter of fact, I'll never forget one of his friends came to me and was like, Joy, you're more like fine wine and Oprah. He more like beer and Jerry Springer. And I was like, not fine
Oh
wine and
wow.
Oprah. Yeah, I
You didn't know
was
how
like,
to pick it.
oh, but like I said, I mean, it just very, very different. And I didn't know. I thought we would, we would grow together, and some of those immature
Right.
things would go away or whatever. And now he works. He has a good life now, of course, but and he's a good person. It
Yeah.
was just more of a personality conflict. Like, I'm not saying he's not a good person, but it was more of a personality thing. And I just felt like I really, really at that moment expected this life altering circumstance to pull something out of
Right.
him.
Right.
And I
Right.
felt like,
Because now
okay,
you're
if this moment doesn't do that, will it ever come? And I wasn't. I mean, we didn't break up for a couple years after that still, but
okay.
I just knew. I was like, this ain't it.
They say these women be leaving
This
now.
ain't it.
That's
Yeah. And
they
when we
definitely.
break up with men, we're gone emotionally way before the words
Oh
come.
yeah. Oh
Oh
yeah.
You
yeah.
know.
Oh
So
yeah.
yeah.
Insider
Yeah.
tip, which y'all probably already knew. We already
Mhm.
gone 6 months ago. We
Yeah,
left.
that
Yeah,
was
I would
it.
say definitely most times, I don't let me not say most times. From personal experience, by the time she says it out of her mouth and she means it, she was probably gone way prior to that, right? And
Yeah.
I think you can get behind that, right? It's just like you're in this holding period where it's like you either trying to get up the courage to say it, like, and just like really be done with it, but like that's where it has to go. Maybe you're waiting for the right moment, right? Waiting for I don't know, things to line up, whether on his side or her side. But I know a lot of women who are checked out, and men too, who are checked out way before they say, okay, yeah, I'm gone. I'm gone. So
That's true.
But we are
definitely
gonna
that.
leave. They are
So,
not leaving. They will stay
ladies,
is what
y'all
you
want to
tell
share?
me.
So I'll share, and then we can see what they're saying in there in the chat, because we got a few people in the chat. So shout out to the chat. We're gonna get to you guys just in a moment. I will not take that long. I'm not gonna go. I mean, I appreciate the level of detail you gave us, Joy. But okay, so my last relationship, situationship, or whatever have you, I could definitely say that it was a lot of me. And I'm not even saying this in this
Mm.
like, oh, I'm trying to take accountability for my, all the buzzwords about, women being accountable. But I can say that I know that at that point, I was not in a space that I wanted to be in a relationship. And only because I was coming out of something that was so serious that I was just trying to allow myself to breathe again. And I think when I did get into that next, relationship, I just wasn't, even though I thought it was like, let me just move on, put this behind me, and just keep rolling and rolling. And I feel like once we got rolling a little bit, I was just like, yeah, no, I'm feeling a little constrained. I'm feeling like I didn't get a chance to like come up for air a little bit. Like I'm feeling like I can't breathe. And it's not like I was trying to like, date everything and everybody I wanted to be in the streets. It was just more like a personal inner reflection of me to figure out, this long relationship that I was in, kind of figure out what didn't work there. Mend some of the things with that, just giving me time to kind of like, I don't want to say healed, because I think by the time I was done with that relationship, I was already like healed. It was one of those things where I was gone way before I actually said that I was gone. But it was just time to be like, okay, Tyrese, like, let's reset a little bit. Let's, kind of look at you, and figure out exactly some of the things you want to do. And I was at a pivotal point in my careers where, so everything was kind of like all aligning. And so when I did get with this man, he, he was a nice guy, but he was also going through some things too. And it was almost like I was leaving issues and taking on more issues. And I was like, ooh, I don't want to start a pattern, right? If I'm gonna break a cycle, it's gonna be broken right here. And because he was, it's almost like two hurt people like trying to like getting together and like, I guess, bond on the hurt and everything that that they had. And I saw that, and without saying too much, he had some things that he had to deal with, and I did too. And I think I came to grips with that a little bit sooner than he did, and kind of was like, yeah, I need to step away. I kind of like need to back out a little bit. So I would say it was me in the aspect of I had some things that I needed to kind of work on for myself. So that was probably like the last relationship, besides the one I'm currently pursuing. So
all right then.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Y'all want to hear my
What's going
story,
on
or
in
should we
the
just
chat?
go straight? What's going on? Okay, let's look at the chat, because
Okay.
my last breakup, I'm currently going through it right now. So it's called divorce. But anyway,
Oh
we got
no!
Ashley Leanne in the chat. She says,
What
shaking my
Ashley
head.
say?
He was playing in your face, Joy. These men, they
Honey,
always be doing it.
girl.
It's like we were talking earlier about these men. What do we call these new men? Because they want you to work and cook and clean and have 7 babies and be sexy, but they want to look good too, and like still be doing what they do. Are they modern men? Are they trophy husbands? Y'all tell us what y'all think about that.
Now I remember the term that they used to use a lot, like a few years ago. It was called like metro men. Y'all remember that?
Metrosexual.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Metro.
But they were
Yes,
like
I
dressing really
remember.
good.
Now I remember. I was like,
Yeah.
what is that word they used to
Yeah.
call them metros? But you
it.
said modern men, and I just need to know what's a modern, like we say modern men. What is that, right? Like, I don't know, because some of the stuff
I
I
heard
think is
David
not
use modern man the other night. I was wondering if we had the same idea what it meant. My sexy is strong says, evening, ladies. Good evening, my
Hey.
sexy is strong. That's what we on in 2023. The strong sexy, okay?
Okay.
Doug, our number one moderator over here on My Unsolicited
Yes,
Opinion
indeed.
podcast. He says that's why men have to put themselves in a position where they can pay all of the bills. Doug, a lot of these men not thinking like that anymore. I can appreciate that. Doug says again, don't get married until you can do that, guys. Y'all can listen to Doug. He might know what he's talking about. I'm not sure, but thanks for your comment, Doug. He also says, hit the like button, guys. And
Yes,
as you come in, hit the
indeed.
like and subscribe, guys. We're going to be trying to come to y'all like twice a week so far. This is our 4th episode.
We might even have to like pick it up a little bit.
Yeah, we've been sticking to our schedule. So y'all tune in, come by, check us out. Y'all hit the like button and subscribe. Hit the notification button. Y'all know the whole ting, 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 the whole deal, how it goes. Tiffany, she says, my last relationship ended because my son's father needed therapy. Girl, so many of them do. He had a very traumatic childhood and needed some big healing. Therefore, he was incapable of unlocking an adult mindset.
Oh.
See, I don't
I
think.
know.
It is
I
almost
don't
like you
think.
gotta go up to another level. You gotta,
Yes, you got to level up.
You gotta level
You got to
up.
level up,
Yeah.
and that goes, for men and women. And I hate keep saying like men and women, but like it is a thing. Like at what point as adults, do we get past, the things that happen in our childhood, right? At what point do we say, okay, those things happened, but they don't necessarily have to define who I, see myself as and who I want to, try to strive to be. I always ask that question because people always attribute things like, oh, that's how they were raised, or oh, it must be the parents, they weren't, something like that, or something must have happened to them, and it could very well be. But at what point do we say, like, you know what, I no longer want to take on the trauma of when I was a child,
I
and
think you have
unlock.
to. Go
No,
ahead.
go
I'm sorry.
ahead.
I think you have to start with acknowledging it first, because I'm looking at firsthand over here. It's like you still don't want to admit the things that happen to you, and sometimes that childhood trauma, it carries over into adulthood.
Mm-hmm.
It's still
Yeah.
happening.
Mm-hmm.
This person is
And so,
still having a very heavy hand, like in your decision making as an adult. So
mm,
the therapy, sometimes it's like everybody in the whole family need therapy. You, your mama, your
yeah,
siblings,
Mm-hmm.
and
that's
if
them
your
a lot
grandma
of
will go, which they
toxicity.
probably won't, but they all need counseling. But anyway, thank you, Tiffany.
I'll say one thing, because I always say this about my mom, right? My mom is, 60 plus. And the one thing when she talks about like her upbringing to whomever she's talking to, the one thing she says, she'll say, I was a Catholic schoolgirl all my life, right? Like she went to Catholic school, K through 12 or whatever, right? And I would be like, I say, mommy, you let's just say, you went to Catholic school for 18 years, right? And then you graduated. But that ain't all your life, because you're like 60 plus, and that's like you have lived way more life than those 18 years. But she will
Yes,
continue to say, I was a Catholic schoolgirl all my life, and it tickles me to death. And that's just my little funny take. But it's just like people get that like ingrained in their mind, like some things that happened a long time ago that you're like far removed from, right?
right.
Still play out today.
Yes. Yes. Doug said, is she talking about the father of her children or just a boyfriend? I'm not sure what we were talking about at that point, Doug. We're gonna try to catch up. Celeste says, Lord, not Jerry Springer, Lord, not Jerry Springer. Yes. Doug says, Tiffany, did you know that before you got pregnant, or did the signs show up after? That he needed
Oh,
therapy? You I don't know what Tiffany what her response is, but
yeah.
you don't, I mean, you see things, but when you have a certain race, it's like, oh, and I'm gonna tell you, this is my thing with my family. Oh, that ain't nothing. Like,
Mm,
we can't, everything is like, that's nothing. Oh, it's people have it far worse than that.
right.
You
Mm.
can be like, Mom, no, it's not. Well, she's like, no,
Well,
that's nothing. Like, it's like suck it
definitely.
up and move on. But it's like, so we overlook a lot of things, the women in my family. We'll be in a situation way too long because we like, oh well, it could be worse. No, this is bad right here. It's already bad.
Mm,
But
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
that's how we do. Doug says she's been checked out for months, but by the time she says anything, she probably has another guy lined up. Why do y'all keep saying that?
Doug said we out
Y'all
here
keep
monkey
saying
barring
that,
them.
Doug. Yes, we are not
I
like
know.
before we let go of one branch, swinging on another. That's not true. That's not true. Is it,
No,
y'all?
not in
Y'all
my
think that's true?
case. Not in that case.
And I'm
But it
traumatized by
wasn't
that.
long. It definitely was not long after, but it wasn't like, like I said, I don't be monkey barring them. I don't do
How
that.
long? Well, I don't know if this is a question that's going to come up at some point, but how long is a good waiting period between, situationships,
Relationship.
datingships, any of it? Like how long is a good point? Some of us haven't been, in the market, in a while.
In
So,
the game.
That's a
so
good
So
one.
what do we do? What is a good waiting period? What do y'all think?
I'm gonna tell you, I wouldn't put a timeline on it, right? Because people are different, right? Different strokes for different folks. But I will say this: if that relationship, if there's some things that you need to work on those, right? Get right with yourself before you go into the next one. Because if you're rolling over, into the next thing without addressing, um, like whatever happened in that last one, then you're probably taking the same baggage with you, right? Bag lady. Um, So I wouldn't say, this, oh, you gotta wait, a month or 2 months or anything like that. I definitely wouldn't tell you, I wouldn't say that, but I would just say, you need to wait until whatever that is, till you get that off of you and you're clear enough to go and, interact with other people. So,
Okay.
and that could be a
Y'all want to
day.
go to another card, or y'all want to read a little bit more
Yeah,
in the
nah, go
chat?
to the cards. Go to the cards. We'll flash up
Okay.
the
I would love for this next
Oh, let
round
me
if anybody
pop
wants to hop up and talk to us and
Yep,
tell us about any scenarios you have. Feel free. Like y'all, this is
yeah.
engaging. We're gonna talk to each other, get to know each other, because we creating a community over here and we want y'all to
Yeah.
know us and we want to know y'all. Okay. So let's see. We want to go spicy. Like what we thinking? Because I
It's
can't
getting late. It's Saturday night.
Girl, it's Saturday. Let's just
a little
go.
too
Let's
spicy.
go.
Let me put that one down. My hand started burning on that one, y'all.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah,
Okay.
hold that one.
Okay, your significant other stays over the night at an ex's house to spend more time with their child.
Mm.
Is this acceptable? Explain.
And now
I've
we have
never
to
had
see
any
why
experience
I
with
try to get
that,
the limit.
but you can't be staying no damn well but at home. Nah. Your child can come stay at home over here where we live.
What
You
if it's
gotta stay.
Christmas?
I don't care. If you fake Santa anyway, you can fake Santa at home. Even if it's not your holiday, you celebrate Christmas tomorrow. If it's not your turn. No, you can't stay nowhere. You ain't staying nowhere now. I'm gonna just say that. If you ain't on a work trip or nothing like that, and that could be a lie too, I know. But you ain't staying at no dang hell no. No, sir.
You
No.
okay?
You ain't staying no. That's
But you said,
I
I
ain't
ain't
know.
never had no experience, but I feel that in my soul.
Yeah, no, you know. Well, I just fell asleep, I want to spend more time with my son. Y'all should have stayed together. Y'all gonna hear me say that a lot. If you any kind of dealing with your ex, y'all still best friends, y'all still doing this and that. I'm like, y'all should stay together because y'all had a good relationship. Y'all can't let it go.
Mm-hmm.
So that's how I feel about that. If you need to stay with her that long and stay with your child, hey, I'm gonna step back. I'm gonna fall back. I'm gonna let y'all have it
But
because
look,
y'all need to be a family.
what if he's telling you like, no, it's not like that. We have a good relationship.
I got
I
trust
would think if
issues
you
at
were
this
gonna,
point.
but I would think if you're gonna date a man that has kids, you will want them to have, a good relationship with the mother of their kids because you don't want that drama, right? Everybody talks about baby mama drama, baby daddy drama, all of that, right? So you will hope that there is a good relationship, but you think that's too good.
I don't
That's
like
too
that.
good
They
for
need to
you.
be together. I'm gonna let them have a family. Let them people be a family.
You know what?
Because
Let
if
them people be a family.
they are a family, because if they have a child
Mhm.
together and she is okay with him staying and he wants to stay, they need to be together. I
Just
would
one
suggest
night.
that.
Like
No
Christmas
night.
Eve.
You can't stay over there.
Not even Christmas Eve.
No. I dated one guy that had a child. And I just, I hate that I'm in the spot I'm in now because now I gotta make some tough decisions moving
Mm.
forward. But no, you can't stay. You can't stay. You need to bring your child over here. No, your child, no, they can't. They ain't even. Their child ain't even used to seeing mom and daddy together like that. Go home.
So do you think it's an
Oh, he got
excuse that God used?
I think so. Because
Yeah.
I think women go hard for kids. And some of these men do too. But you ain't got to spend a night. You do not have to spend a night. What about tomorrow night? If the baby cried, the child want to see dad again, you gonna stay tomorrow night too, and the night after that, and
Yeah.
the one after that too? Nah.
Mm.
I used to be involved
Mm.
with a guy that he was always, oh, I'm with my daughter, me and my daughter. I'm like, you don't like that little girl that
They
much.
be lying.
Oh
It wasn't
no,
no.
Joy.
You don't like that little
No.
girl that much.
They be lying, Joy. I
He
agree.
was lying. He
Oh, he
was
was
lying.
lying. See, there you go. See?
Honey, later, you know what I found out? Okay. Ooh, yeah, let me roll up my imaginary sleeves and tell you what he was really doing.
Ooh.
What he was really doing was he had a whole baby with a whole nother woman I had no idea.
Oh, this is outside of his daughter.
He was telling me, "Oh, me and my daughter, I knew about the daughter. She was like the same age as my son, and he had a whole other baby
See,
with a
Ty.
whole other." Not gonna say the word, but you know what I'm finna say.
But look, Mama Bear Moment, she brings up a point, and y'all tell me if this like sways you a little bit. She says only if the ex was remarried and or the child was sick with a cold or flu. I think we already addressed that in part. But what if that ex was like remarried and like, you know, your man, he's going over and he's just staying, and the ex is, I mean, the new husband is cool with that. It's like a guest room. He understands. I don't know. I'm gonna tell you, I don't know too many men like the new husband. I don't know too many men that you know that's that cool. To I don't know.
Will and Jada and what's her name? What was the ex-wife's name?
Cherie.
Yeah. Yeah. They had like Jada has said that Cherie and Will go on trips together. They hang out, they kick it like they best friends and their kids grown.
They got an open marriage at this point though.
Yeah, I mean they do. I think they
started out like, fighting. You know that. Cherie and Jada. They had a little, you know, cattiness between them two. So they old now and they all washed up, even though I love Will to death. But I think early in the beginning, you know, it was a little tension. Like they old now.
Okay. Well, that's
I would say
yes.
Yeah. Have I been in that situation? I have, where my daughter's father would come to my parents' house and stay. Right. And separate everything, wasn't no thing or anything like that, you know, no issues there. I think when I was like in a relationship with someone else, it's, you know, probably when I had to like halt that, like, yeah, you can't do that, like, you know what I mean? Because I just, you know, you just don't never.
Time? Was he dating?
I don't know what he
was waiting on you.
Huh? Oh, I don't
think you
listen. What? I'm not going. I don't know what that man was doing. But what I'm saying was that happened, and I know I wouldn't allow it to happen. I knew I didn't allow it to happen when I was in a relationship with someone else, only because that just makes that I don't know, child. Lord. Only because that would make the new, I could already tell. You didn't have to tell me. I could already tell that it would make, you know, that man uncomfortable, right? Regardless of how it really is, right? Like, oh Lord, y'all got to excuse me. Regardless of how it really is, I just don't even want any type of like, you know, anything. So like, yeah, no, find you a hotel or, you know, turn and burn or whatever have you. So y'all go ahead.
Okay. What else we got? What they saying in chat?
Doug says drop our cash apps in the chat so the chat can donate. Is it in there?
Oh. Is it?
Uncle Junior says if he's staying over the baby mama, he's still smashing.
Oh.
Let's see.
Not in my case though, Uncle Junior. Like I said, that's why I was like, it could be. Oh no, I'm saying it could very well be that, but I don't even want the suspicion of impropriety, right? So like, yeah, no.
Let's see. Tiff says, exactly, Leanne, we family now, sis. Oh, she said, call us sister wives. If the man staying over, and
I want to pull about somebody. Look, we dropped the link, and we need
come on up.
Y'all
come on, spill y'all tea.
Yes,
I like what Doug over there talking about.
He said Joy is spitting facts. If a guy says he needs to spend a lot of time with his kids, ladies, he's just not that into you. Oh my God. When that book came out, We probably just graduated from college. Like that was like around 2005, maybe 6, something like that. Anyway, I'm telling all of our age, sorry y'all. And that book, I was like, you know what? He is not into me like that. Or maybe I'm not into him like that. I don't know. But I was like going by reading all the little scenarios that was in that book. I watched the movie like 1,000 times. I was like, you know what? I'm not staying in anything too long. I can tell somebody into me, or I can tell when I'm not into them. So yes, when that book was out, it gave me life. Something else came out recently. It reminded me a lot of that movie. I can't remember. But yeah, he's just not that into you. That was like,
I
a
did
little
not read
playbook.
that book. I did not read that book, but let me tell you what book I did read. And everybody's probably gonna be like, I did read Steve Harvey's Act Like a Lady, Think Like a Man. I think that came out, like that came out before, before I got into I think it might have been like midway. And I read it. And just because I wanted context, I was never like this real big Steve Harvey fan, but I just wanted like context of what everybody was talking about, right? Everybody, it was just big craze, right? And they had a whole movie about it. But after I talked to my dad, he was like, a broke clock is it's right twice a day. And he used to be like, yeah, especially when it came to like the 90-day thing, he was like, yeah, that's not a set. And this is, that's not like a set thing, right? It's not like on day 91, this man is going to see you as this virtuous woman and he's ready to like marry or whatever, right? But I think, the message that he was, I guess, trying to bestow upon all of us ladies was to just understand, or try to understand the type of man, or, I guess what men are thinking when they're like trying to pursue you or something like that. But my dad was kind of like, yeah, it's different today. Like it's like he just feels like it's different from when him and my mom was together. And even my stepdad was like, he'll have some good points, but not everything in that. I know a lot of women like took that book for like the Bible, and it was like, oh yeah, it gotta be is this way, is this way, is this way. And more power to him. And see, I mean, he's a married man, right? So I guess it worked for him, but it just gave me, I would just say, you just want to be aware of all the type of, like all of the rhetoric or whatever that's out there. I don't necessarily think that book, I wouldn't recommend it. Like it wouldn't be a book I'm like, yeah, girl, you need to read that because he was going in. It wasn't that type. It was just like, oh, okay.
Yes, like I didn't get around to that one.
What
90 days?
The 90.
Shout out to Kevin Brooks.
Yeah.
Yes.
Shout out. I did see that I got a $20 cash app. So thank you. All the love, hugs, and kisses. Thank you.
Oh, thank you. Who was that from?
Brooks.
Kevin Brooks. He said he need NAllen. Hold on. Where's NAllen at? She's in Allen.
Thank you. We do appreciate that love. Thank you.
Yes. Wait, I can't type on
more than thank you.
Yes. All right, Joy. Nobody dropped. Y'all gotta click it.
We got the link down there. We want to hear y'all's tea too now.
I know some of y'all read that book.
What book?
Act Like a Lady.
Book? Like a man. Yeah. I saw the movies and everything. They say Lori Harvey need her own edition.
Let me ask you a question. You ever seen that movie, Pootie Tang?
No.
Yeah, a long time ago with Eddie Griffin, whatever his name. Is it Eddie Griffin or is it Chris Rock?
I think it was Chris Rock.
I can't remember. But you remember there was a man, he used to always like repeat something that was already said. Like he would repeat it like ain't nobody heard before. All right, next card, Joy. Next card. Next card, Joy.
Okay. You inquire about the number of sexual partners your significant other has had, and the number is way higher than you expect. Would this change anything?
Guys, if y'all want to come up, the link is it pinned to the top, Ty?
It's pinned. It is pinned to the top. Y'all hit
so if y'all want to come up and answer some of these questions, guys, ladies in the chat,
this question right here, I don't even want to say like it hit, but I'm gonna tell you something. You know, I have never in my dating experience, right, from the time, never, ever, ever, ever been asked about, I guess my body count, and I've never asked a man about like his body count. For me, the only thing that's relevant is whether or not you got a clean bill of health, right? That's like that's just for when it comes to like dating men, like you got a clean bill of health. If I decide, just to make sure, like if I decide I want to take it that far with you, um is it, kind of like okay to do so. But if he was to tell me like he slept with like 100 women, I'm gonna tell you the first thing I'm gonna be like is like, okay, like it's just it's not gonna get the reaction I think like maybe some women be like 100, Wilt Chamberlain, 100 women, this and that. I'm just gonna be like, it'll just make me more cautious, right? Because it'll be like, you know, does he have a clean bill of health? It just makes me more aware. It makes me more cautious of the type of man that I'm dealing with, who thinks it's okay to sleep with 100 women, so to speak. So it's just like I have you start to look at his personality. Like, does he come off like as a man? Is it, I don't, how did you even get to that? You start to like try to dig deep and then try to discern if that. But like I said, I've never been asked that question in my dating experience. I don't know if that's some younger thing with younger men. I normally like to date within my peer group. But I hear it a lot, and I'm just like, who's asked? Like, how? Like, that's like the tacky. It's like tacky to me. It's just a little tacky. I can understand why some men just want to know, but for me, if you're that man that just has to know this number, yeah, then we're probably not. We're probably not going to be that. We probably don't have a lot in common.
Okay.
Go ahead, Joy. You are cheesing.
I think it depends on how long ago it was, right? So like everybody had a whole phase, right? So like some behaviors are more acceptable when you in your 20s than they are when you in your 40s. That's my take on it.
So if he told you he slept with, this astronomical amount of women, you would just be like, well, how long, like, how old is he? Like in his 20s, he slept with 100 women.
Well, I mean, I think 100 is a little excessive, but like, let's call it 20, right? Let's call it 20. Like, I feel like that's a lot of people, but then it's like, well, if it was 20 people 20 years ago, and like between say 2005 and 2023, it's been 2. Okay. Yeah.
So
okay.
Yeah, I as long as it's not 100, I don't ask because I don't.
Yeah, that's a lot.
I don't want to
know
know.
100 people.
Yeah, because if they tell me something like that, I'm going to assume, like Ty, you say you as long as they're healthy, a clean bill of health, I'm going to assume, and maybe this is just me, I'm gonna be like, no, ain't no way. There's no way you out here like completely clean
right?
bill of health. Because even on this Nick Cannon right now, he's complaining about these women and their hygiene. But I'm like, Nick, you the one going right on these people. I'm just saying.
Yes.
I thought you about to say Nick Cannon. I thought you about to say Nick Cannon was out here scratching. I'd be like, oh
no, but he's complaining about the women and that some of his sexcapades, and he's saying like some of the women they have a smell or they have discharge, they have whatever. Yeah, and I'm like, Nick, it's your fault. I said it. You out here getting these babies like this. You getting them the natural way. So you out here sticking and moving. So
just for the men in the chat, go ahead and drop that knowledge on them about what you're talking about with BV and men having sex with multiple women.
Oh, y'all be spreading it. It be y'all.
They don't know
these women ain't all y'all be acting like these women. They smelling like tuna fish. The same old trick and all that mess. Y'all know it be y'all. And those of y'all who got the turtlenecks.
I'm saying something. You know what? I'm laughing.
This is our
right?
help. This is our help minute help moment. Cause this, you gotta get in there and around there, and pull that skin back. Okay, yeah. So Nick Cannon is the one spreading all this stuff. So if it's too many, if you on some Nick Cannon, who's the basketball player? Was it Will Chamberlain or whoever was slept with all these women?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I can't. I'm not gonna ask that because I don't want to know. But if some kind of way I find out, I'm like, I can't be a part of that circus. So,
Yeah.
and I
And
try
Uncle
to,
Julius says it's a low energy conversation. Thank you. I think that is low energy. And I know somebody who's like, oh no, he's at, like, I don't say I know somebody. I heard someone speak around me on the topic. A young man in his 20s that said, oh no, he asked that question like first date. And I'm just like,
how many dudes you been with?
Like,
That kind of feel like he ain't had a lot of women too, though. Because that,
I mean, he's in his. I mean, I don't know. He's in his. He's in his 20s, and I was just like,
evidently these dudes really not even.
I just know, like, listen, they 35 plus. I have not encountered that question, and I just feel like if I was to be asked that, I'm just like, I'm moving on to the next. Like, I'm like, it's just not a
you're too childish.
It's just, I don't want to say they childish. I mean, I think I think we're missing the point, right? Some people will be like, yeah, they don't want a 304 or anything like that, or anything. And I understand, right? Because I don't want to be with someone who everybody's been with either. But like I always say, I take people how they like present, and then I'll just ask questions to go deeper and figure out that's somebody that's compatible with me. If I don't, if my friend doesn't know about this man, or let's just say where he's from a different hometown or something like that, and people really aren't like necessarily speaking on his name in that negative manner, like, girl, we used to call it CD, which was community D. Right?
Yeah, we used to say that.
If he doesn't have that type of following, coming behind him, then for me, it's just really like, is this man, like, do you have a clean bill of health? And yeah, we've like, you gotta have that you have.
Are you gonna require that he goes to the doctor? Because some women do.
Yes,
that.
but
before you even get down with them, you gotta get a checkup.
A lot of people, a lot of people are afraid to have the conversation, but you have to have that conversation, and it's not gonna be like them. Depending on if you're in a space where you're like, you know what, I want to sleep. Like, I feel like I now want to sleep with this man. You gotta like, women and men, you gotta have that conversation. I understand the heat of the moment. I understand, and all of that, and just like, but if you are not, like, the least you can do, at the very, very least, and I know it's not full total protection, but the very least you can do is use protection, like, condoms or whatever. I would just think, before you just say, I'm raw. You know what I mean? I mean, oh, baby, I like your. Before you even get there, you gotta have that conversation. Like, no, you don't think so? Here's the thing.
I haven't been dating in a while.
I just,
I don't know.
I like, it ain't been too many, but I would say this: there are a lot of mature men who don't necessarily mind having that conversation and being like, okay, it's over with. Like, you have it, we're gonna do this, it's cool, boom, boom, and then let's move on.
Doug said he doesn't know why a man would even ask, because he's never gonna really know. So we all lined up.
And that's my point, Doug. That's
so what's a safe
point.
number?
Like,
what's a safe number to use if
zero,
they lied anyway?
Girl. Zero.
But you gotta at least say one. Sometimes you gotta say at least one.
Girl,
if you out here,
I mean, I don't do this, but I'm just like, sarcastically, I have my daughter sitting right next to me and be like, I'm the Virgin Mary out here. Okay. If you act like, I would take that question. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, it's just like, I understand. What are you trying to get after? Right? Like, what, like, your reputation will unfold. If you give it time to, get to know people and be around, like, their friends and stuff like that, it will come out if there's something to come out, right? If there's something to come out, it's gonna come out. Oh, nah, dog, she, everybody know her around the way. You know what I'm saying?
And these men will set
too,
you
though.
up too. They'll be like, ain't no fun if the fellas can't have none, and they will pass you right through the whole friend group, and you have no idea that you done been passed around until it's over with.
Do somebody be lying though?
They be knowing.
Be lying.
How you get that? What? I ain't get that, Joy. What? When you get passed around the friend group without knowing you getting passed around the friend group?
They be knowing. They be knowing who done been with a lot of people and who hasn't. They already know. They be getting intel on women before they even know you for real.
Oh yeah, so. I would think so. I would think anybody should get into. I mean, even you definitely should know the reputation that person holds and whether it's compatible with what you like. Some men like, I don't care, and some men, it's a whole lot of men that's like, they don't care, like on the first night and be on their ODB. Ooh, baby, I like it. And I just be like, woo, woo.
What about the turtlenecks? All right, Joy, let's go.
Let me.
What we got next? Welcome, Sam, to the chat. Sam is here. Salute. My Unsolicited Opinion and chat. Hey guys, welcome. Come on, Joy. We're gonna go on to the next one because the turtlenecks are taking off.
Somebody wanted to talk about that smell. Who is that?
The fish.
Who is that?
That's Uncle Junior. They have a whole aisle for women at the grocery store. No need for the fish smell. Okay.
But let me so here's the thing, because
okay,
you're the good doctor in the house.
A little bacteria vaginosis. Yeah, okay, whatever.
I know you don't. Not saying it in a way because like I'm not trying to be insensitive to anyone's situation, and that conversation can really like especially as like women and we're the receivers, right? So like I get it, right? But you as a whole doctor, a whole pharmacist, you see these people coming to get whatever they need to get rid of what they need to get rid of.
They too
just let everybody like just give them a listing of things that you're probably like, I don't know, keep in the medicine cabinet, like on tap.
Oh, what they need to if they look at somebody's medicine cabinet and they see this. Then
No, I'm saying some things that they probably should keep in the medicine cabinet. So they, what I'm saying? So they don't gotta be embarrassed, going in the grocery aisle, like, you know what I'm saying? Because a lot of times it's a lot of like, I don't know.
You know what it is, and they always say men asymptomatic, they be having a little crusties in the turtlenecks. They know that. They know what they doing.
How are you doing that?
Okay, I'm gonna stop with that.
Is there a special wash for like turtlenecks though? Do they have something special that they like? For
I don't know. They can use Dial. I don't know about any other special wash.
Okay. Listen, I'm trying to get some actual actionable items.
That kind of stuff. Just maintaining your typical hygiene on that kind of stuff.
Okay, good.
The moral of the story is, guys, stop dipping your pen in different inks, okay? Because them inks, they get mixed up amongst. Yeah.
Oh, but the other day, David told us to keep our legs closed. So,
and we told him.
And on top of that, a girl is gonna know if you're cheating or not based on that. If it ain't been nothing wrong with her, and then all of a sudden she started having issues. I know a girl, she's recently gotten divorced because of that. She was like, she kept like, what's happening? What's going on? And she started noticing. She's like, what? And they had been married for 10 years. And she's like, what? And sure enough, he had a whole situation on the side. And he was like, well, I'm in love with her. And then
Oh, he told her that?
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
The nerve. It's like, you ain't even trying to beg me back.
But she said she
just going be with the
fish. She kept getting BV. And she's like, what is going on? What's happening?
Your man ain't even trying to like, he ain't want his family back. He just like, I'm going to go on with the fish chick.
Yeah. He said he was in love
with her. He's silly. Like a Harlem Nights. Tell your mama ain't coming home. That's crazy.
Okay.
No. Nope. That was it. And they had been married for a decade. So
Y'all must be scared about this link. Y'all must don't want to get into these cars with us. Y'all must be scared about this link. I don't know what it is. We need y'all to come up. We trying to hear it. We, now you got us working in an echo chamber, like now we trying to see like.
Doug says, I have met women in their 30s that have tried to shame me for using protection. They try to say that I'm trying to insinuate that they are nasty because I don't want to go in raw. I just leave. That is crazy. That's crazy. These people be wilding out here. They like, man.
I'm not gonna sit here and pretend like I don't know you, like I know what my friends do like behind their closed doors, but I just feel like I don't know any of my friends that be like, yeah, no, I told them I ain't want that. Like I just would not. Yeah, I don't know any of my I mean, he said he encountered them. I'm not, dispelling it, but I just don't know. But as somebody from the same sex or whatever, when you don't deal like when you don't deal with the same sex, right? These men are telling you how women are, and we tell them like this is how, like, when men get behind closed doors, y'all think they in the barbershop they pound for pound, but in the bedroom they pound for pound. Like, you know what I mean? Like, so and they be like, nah, and you be like, okay. Like, you tell me, okay.
Okay, y'all, this is a good one. If y'all have ever been in an awkward situation like this, ladies, or it could be a guy, I guess, too. You're meeting your best friend's new significant other for the first time. While being introduced, you awkwardly hug because you had sex. Who should you tell? Should you tell your boyfriend or your whoever, or should you tell your best friend first?
Okay, wait, what happened now?
Who should you tell? Who should tell your best friend first? Explain. So if you met somebody, so you got a boyfriend, your boyfriend, your girl, your homegirl's man. Girl, this is Bobby, and you like, oh, I know Bobby. Who gonna tell her? Who gonna tell the friend?
I think it should be a race to tell her. Honestly, somebody you be like, I don't know. I don't see the man like coming off bad. I don't know, right? Well, if I guess let me not say, because I do know Bobby, right? I would know Bobby, right? Because I've dealt with him.
Bobby. You
know him. But here's the thing: I control me, so I can't control Bobby and whatever. But I would say if that happened or whatever, then I would tell her. I don't know if I would tell her, probably like within the same, not like right in front of his face, like, girl, how you know what I'm saying? But like once things like little die down, maybe 10, 15 minutes, like, girl, I need to come. I need you to come, and we got to go talk real quick. Because I want you to know it, because the longer you wait, the more she's gonna think it's gonna like it's something, right? And if you know it's not nothing, like, and that's supposed to be your best friend, like let her get her rounds in, and then you be like, girl, come with me to the other room real quick, because I need to let you know, because I don't want you to think. You just need to know.
Now, I would say now, if we're friends like that, I know who you dealing with. You know who I'm dealing with.
That too.
If we're friends, and I'm wondering if at this point,
and it says best friend, like the card
this
says
is my best friend. Now,
you should know.
It may become an issue because either she knew already, because y'all best friends, and David said our women be talking, right?
Right, she should have known what you had.
She know I used to talk to him here and there. We had a conversation on the phone. Whatever, late night. I don't know. So if she pretends to not know, then when you tell her, she might try to flip it back on you. Women be like, no, you jealous. So are y'all best friends if she didn't know that you mess with this guy already? How she didn't know? My friends, they would know.
I mean, I agree with you. I would say like my best friends, not all, like not every, like one of them, but my closest friends, they would probably know who I've dealt with, right? And a lot of times I would even kind of like, especially with social media out here, you can be like, girl, this is the guy I'm talking to, and send them a link, and she'll be like, girl, I know him or whatever have you, right? So I think the situation may just be a little far-fetched, but let's just take it for what it is. If she's coming off like she didn't know, okay, baby, you can have it. You didn't know. That's fine. But I'm letting you know now, right? And I'm not saying that whatever happened, should stop you from finding the love of your life, because y'all could very well be like compatible, right? Y'all could very well be that. But now I know where you like. I know, like, I can see you for who you are, and I'm able to make my decision about our friendship, so to speak. Not to say that I'm like, oh girl, I'm not messing with you no more, but like, it's just like, I might have to take a step. I would think I would have to like fall back a little bit, right? Because I don't know, that's a little uncomfortable.
It is.
That's
It's like how,
uncomfortable,
but
right?
I'm confused about the best friend part. Like, how didn't you know?
That's a good point. But then at what point do we like so if you with somebody, like how long we getting older, okay?
Right.
At what point can we not like spread them around? I don't know. Like, can we start like, oh, that used to be your boyfriend when we was 15?
Oh, it has happened. Yeah.
I mean, I'm asking for a friend.
Or you asking them if like, high school, middle school boyfriends or what, they off limits
Like
in
at
your
what
30s?
point do we stop this? That was mine. Like, okay, y'all both done been married and divorced. Like, to other people. Like, that was 15 years ago. What? Like, is it a time limit on that?
Yeah, I would say, back even like college, girl, like, you know what I mean? You depend, like, so high school or whatever. I don't know. I don't know how people got that serious in high school, because baby, I wasn't even thinking about that. Like,
I had a
honey,
serious
it was
boyfriend in
some
high
serious
school. I was
relations.
serious in high
serious,
school.
serious,
Yeah.
right? But I wasn't
seen
on that
serious
kind of
middle
time
school
like that.
relationship.
Me too, 6th grade.
Yeah. I've seen some, no, for real. Yo, low key, I think that's what's wrong with the men now. They've been traumatized since they was 12 years old. Like,
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. I listen, I don't want to hate on nobody's love, right? High school, but let's just say like college, right? And some of us, even though it wasn't, but some of us feel like, college was just like yesterday, right? You get around some old friends, you be like, oh, it feel like we were back in the yard. And college could have been 30 years ago. It just depends, right? Because if we went to college together, and let's just say I dated this man for like the whole 4 years, and then at the like it was like this intense type of relationship, and then like 30 20, let's just say 15 20, at the 20-year reunion, whatever, you pop up and be like, girl, guess who my new man is? Depends on our relationship between me and my friend. If you somebody I haven't, I don't really talk to like that, and we kind of fell off, you in the wind, and I'll be like, all right, I'm cool with. But if you're my best friend, I would feel some type of way. But again, I'm just gonna take a step back, because how awkward is that, right? I mean, it just takes some time to kind of develop. Let your best friend be great. If you feel like he the one for you, baby, I want y'all to go off in the sunset, have your baby, have your kids, because I mean, I didn't want them, so he ain't want me, so like, go ahead, girl. but I'm still like, yeah, no, it's like, you cool, but y'all go ahead and do y'all thing,
because I know
because
them.
I'm like,
Kenyatta Hillary, welcome to the chat. She says, you have to love yourself first before entering into any intimate space with another person. That absolutely means protecting your heart, mind, and body. The conversation is imperative.
Yes,
Ty,
it is.
she's like, hey, y'all talk about this. Hey, you been to the doctor? When last time you had a checkup? Are you still messing around with your baby mama?
You'd be surprised how men are like, okay. Especially if they into you, especially if they want to, be like, all right. I mean, it just, you'd be surprised. And sometimes it's not even you to get there first. It's like them, like, like, hey, I'm thinking about, kicking it up a notch. Right? You'd be like,
yeah.
All right, let me go and do what I need to do. If you need to do that, right?
Yes. Uncle Junior, he says, give us the medicine cabinet game. What do we look for? All right. These are the most common ones that I like to talk about. The
This might go
metronidazole, that's the
viral right here,
flagyl.
girl.
Oh, this is
This
the
might go
Look,
flagyl.
viral.
hold up.
What is
Yes.
it?
Okay, so what?
Which one?
Start off.
Metronidazole, flagyl. That's the brand and generic name of this drug. That you usually get that one for like the y'all know what is it? Trichomonas. You get that one. That's twice daily for 7 days. You get a
you gonna start
gram
with
of azithromycin. That's like the 500 milligram tablets. You get that and the metronidazole most of the time when they got like gonorrhea, chlamydia, and the trick. What else? Those are the ones I can think off the top of my head. We get those a lot, like during the summertime, when people having their hot girl and hot boy summers. We see that a lot.
that's when
Yeah.
do y'all start running out in the back?
It's like, oh my God. Cipro. Yeah. But it's like those same ones, like, those that y'all be surprised how many people still getting like chlamydia and gonorrhea. It's like, sit down. That's like so. Anyway.
Oh, but what about what do they use for I always remember the commercials at late night when you watching like TV after midnight and there's a lady on there like take charge of herpes. Is that the same thing?
Valtrex?
Like the medicine? Is it
Valtrex?
Oh no, Valtrex, yes.
Valtrex, yeah. That's yeah, I'm talking about stuff you can get rid of. I ain't talking about that lifelong. Now if you see Valtrex, you need to, and really, I'm gonna be honest, like herpes ain't really like it was either. I ain't saying like I'm okay with no herpes, just so y'all know. But it's like a lot of people have herpes, like so many people have herpes. Wrap it up. I'm not condoning this in any way, guys. But it is like, yeah, okay. They just not having like
I'm listening.
right now.
Like, what do you mean? Yeah. Like, so many people have herpes. Like, what are you saying?
Like, they do. They just not having like a flare. Like, you see them probably, but they got it. Yeah. Okay. That's Valtrex, Valcyclovir. They either got herpes, they might have shingles. Let's say they got shingles. And somebody got chickenpox in 2023. Well, it's shingles, it's herpes, which y'all know it's all the same. More than likely, if they are age, they lie like they got shingles because they got herpes. Uncle Junior says, turtleneck scrub, balls. Doug says, make sure to like the video, guys. And this is just for informational purposes only. But if you see it, then be like, what she said? Okay. Like the video, subscribe to our channel. Let's get these ladies to 100% engagement. We love Dave. Okay. He's the number one, Doug. He's the number one moderator over here. Thank you, Doug. Mama Bear says, these cards make me feel like I have a very boring life. My life is currently boring. This is an old life that I'm talking about, except for the current breakup. But yes, Ashley Leanne, she says, right, NAllen. If we're BFFs, then I should know already about your man. I'm just saying. If you come on to me with my ex-husband talking about you ain't know that I used to be married to him for how many years, I'm gonna be like, girl, you better get the hell out of my face. Talking about you ain't know who that was. You already knew. Then that's what you want to do, and that's cool. Y'all have each other because I want y'all to be together. Right. It's like these stand with your baby mama. Like y'all need to be a family. Okay. Doug says, please clip this and call it medicine cabinet gang. Okay, Doug. Okay. This is for informational purposes only, but it got pharmacists for real.
Take charge. I always remember those commercials.
Take charge of your life. All right, Miss Joy, we want to throw it back over to you, sweetheart.
All right.
Joy looking like, what?
Yeah.
That's what I'm like. Being out here in this world, you got to be careful.
You got me on that whole herpes thing. I wasn't ready for that. Okay.
Yeah.
You said a lot of people. Who's a lot of people?
Like, I look, Doug.
Oh, Lord.
Finish, Doug. Come on, Doug.
Yes,
can you run this
down? Statistician. Get on it.
Right.
Yeah. All right, y'all. This is good. Y'all, listen to this. During a drinking game, you find out that your significant other had a same-sex sexual encounter during college. How would you feel?
I'm gonna go double standard. Y'all already know. I'm sorry, but I don't know. Man can't.
Those are not words that just came out of your mouth.
I'm not that modern. I'm not that modern.
To me, sis.
I'm not that modern. I'm not that modern. I'm a little traditional on that kind of stuff. You know, they be saying we modern women, but I'm just. It could be. It could. I mean, I don't know.
Oh, I know it's a no for me.
I'm just saying. I'm saying I don't know like how to put it into words without offending anyone.
It's not offending anybody. You have preferences. So I was watching this.
Oh well, yeah. I don't want that. I remember that episode of Insecure.
Yeah, I was watching something and they were like, "Does that make the person homophobic?" So like, if my answer is no, right? Mm-hmm. Does that make me homophobic?
I mean, I don't think it does.
I don't think so either. But
I just don't want
to conversation on what I was watching. I was like, "What you trying to say?" Like, if it's not for me, it's not for me. Period.
Yeah, I don't even think that. I don't think you should. You can't even dibble and dabble over there. You can't. I don't want to hear nothing about no interactions, like none of that. Like I'm just like, if you ever, I'm just saying, y'all run up on me with some mess like that, I'm gonna be like, it's gonna be a no for me, sis.
It's gonna be a no. But it's
we could be friends though. We could be friends.
So you would backtrack and be like, okay, our relationship is over, even though that was 20 years ago?
Yeah, because I ain't got no feelings for him at that point.
Oh, at that moment, you just
I'd be like, we need to be friends because I don't, I'd be like, are you? I would have a talk first though. I'd be like, how you feel? Like, what you think? How long ago was that? I would just want to talk to him. Like, let's just talk about this. How did you even get there? I'm really being nosy at this point. We friends.
I'm about to say that's all you doing is being nosy.
Yeah, we are friends.
It like you talking through it to try to get over the hump. You talking like that shit.
I'm like, so man, you did that. Now you know it. You fooled me. Okay, so what happened? How far did you go? Did that person kiss you? Did you like how did that even happen? How you get in that situation?
Oh man.
I would just I got go and lay on the couch, go and talk to me.
Because I would totally think that something else has happened with a different person since then. Like
you don't just like try. I mean, I don't know. The joy is frozen.
Good and frozen. You
guys,
picked that one.
Think?
I think you saw that one. I was like, whoa, I'm gonna read this one on air. This the one right here. This the
one right here, baby. This is oh my God.
Who was that? That they don't want no fluid man.
That's actually Leanne. I don't want no fluid man. Fluid, that's a new one too. I think that she might be our age because that's how we talk. I'm like, oh, he's fluid. He just kind of go with the flow. Mama Bear says, according to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, 48% of the population in the U.S. has HSV1, while 12% has HSV2. I forgot which one is which. Simplex 1, is that the one like the cold sores? And then the other one is, below the belt.
Is the vet? Oh, I'm about to say vet.
I should know this, but yeah, I just know they got it.
Area.
Yes. Mama Bear says, Mama Bear moments, the stats, not herpes. Oh, Doug is falling out laughing at that one. See? Told y'all. He says 60% of people have HSV1 at the age of 50. Y'all, these old people need to sit down. We know a lot of old men out here in these streets.
Basically, it's a hit or miss. It's the hit or miss.
Be careful with the oral and the, all it. Be careful, guys.
What movie was that when they were like smoking the weed and the dude had the and they were like, yeah, nah, like don't pass it to him.
Yeah. Yes.
I can't remember. Somebody in the chat. What movie was that when they were smoking weed? I can't think off the top of my head, and I'm normally on it like that. But when they were smoking weed, and one of the guys had the the little bump on his lip, and they kept skipping over him.
A joke about it. A bump. Oh, he said with Red Man and Method Man. That's what
Yeah,
Doug said.
how high? Doug got it.
Yeah.
Look. Y'all out here, Pat. You might want to check your friend. Passing the Dutchie.
Don't be drinking behind nobody getting mono in 2023. But anyway.
Mono, it's still a thing?
It is.
Oh my
Girl, did
God.
you not see
I remember we learned about that in middle school. They was like, that's
Yes.
a disease.
It is. Like, but people
Did you not see Surviving the Aura? Surviving 12 play. You ain't see that? Serious.
No, I didn't.
Some of them women have mono, didn't I was like, what?
You ain't see that? Surviving Chocolate Factory? You ain't.
No,
So if y'all see,
I'm an R. Kelly fan. I refuse to watch. I just
child, that is not a question on the card, and I'm gonna need you to get to the next question on the card.
Uncle Junior said worms.
Ooh. What's worm? What is it that we associate worms to? Like, when people say worms? People. Yeah, I was about to say, because when I say, I be like, oh, Mingy, you worms. Like, but like what's that's the street name for what?
I don't know. I can have an idea, but I don't know. You know, I'm in the real place, but I know what I think worms are.
What's that?
I don't need to be on this episode.
All right. Next card.
All right. So your significant other gives you a hall pass to have sex with another person under the condition that you let them watch. What happens next?
I didn't even say it one more time for me.
Your significant other gives you a hall pass to have sex with another person under the condition that you let them watch. What happens next?
I'm gonna pass on all of it. I ain't into the video voyeurism. Yeah.
Would you do a hall pass?
No,
No.
Y'all, I feel like y'all looking dead at me.
I'm looking at my monitor. I'm not looking at. This is looking dead at you. So, would you give out a cheating hall pass?
Would I be giving out hall passes or receiving them? I don't want nothing to do with the hall pass. I'm gonna stay in class. I ain't going out there in the hall. I don't have to use the bathroom or anything. Don't send me to the principal's office. I'm gonna just stay in my class and I'm gonna wait for the bell to ring.
But what about you, ladies? Did that. Toya Wright, when she was married to Toya Wright, she was married
to Lil Wayne.
No, the other rapper, Mickey. What is his name? What's his
Memphis.
Yes. Yeah, they talked about the whole hall pass situation that they had.
He was a mess.
I'm not familiar. What was the hall pass situation?
She let him go and be with.
She gave him it was a certain amount, like he'd get. Like,
I can't remember the details of it, but I do remember that was a part of that.
Ty, are you open to any part of that?
Yeah, no, I'm okay on the hall passes. I'm in class, baby. Listen. I'm trying to figure out how I'm gonna word it. I am not giving anyone a hall pass. Like, you're just not gonna get that from me. But I remember the first episode when we were talking about, women leaving because they're, divorcing because their husbands cheat. And I think you and I agreed, NAllen, that that's not the lead. Like, women don't just leave because your husband cheats. And I'm not calling that a hall pass by any means, right? That's not a hall pass.
Hopefully they trying to hide there. You gotta just find out, They ain't like, babe, I saw somebody at the grocery store today, and I get her this weekend? No, you ain't doing that.
They on that Will and Jada.
Yeah,
right?
It's not that. It's like, oh, okay. He acting crazy all of a sudden, and something's going on. And then it's like, okay, you find out. But that's what I was talking about. Right. But not.
And this is not even me like defining what cheating is, because I think that is what Ashley said. I think that's fluid. amongst people in a relationship.
It is.
Right. I think that's fluid. So whatever it is that you define, how I define it for me, I'm not giving out hall passes for that.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Right.
What
And
about
yeah, I'm gonna just,
emotional affairs?
I mean,
Emotional
that's,
cheating. Do you
I think
consider that
that hurts.
cheating?
I think that would hurt somebody probably the worst. Well, I would say it would hurt a woman the most, would it not? I mean, because
I just ask you, I think most women think emotional situations are worse.
because like I said, right, we were talking in the first episode that a lot of divorces aren't necessarily off of like, from like the man cheating and like the woman is just like, oh, I'm done on the first try, right?
Right.
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 But I think when it comes to a point of like disrespect, right? Not to say like, oh, he can keep going out. Disrespect meaning like, this, somebody said earlier, this woman is playing in my face, she knocking on my doorstep, you got babies outside, you have, I mean, that's like, some real disrespect there. And you somebody said it a long time ago, right? If you, as a woman, and you find out like your man is cheating or whatever, and you're not ready to like make a move, well, you don't have to take anything you don't want. If you're not ready to make a move, then you probably should just keep that to yourself until you kind of like figure it out. Because if you react like that first reaction, it's not going to go well. I feel like it's not going to go well for you. Because I think once you reveal that, that he's, cheating, and then you kind of don't do anything, you are like almost giving out like a hall pass, right? And I'm not saying that the thing that you do is the divorce, right? I'm not saying that, but like if you're not ready to make some type of significant stance on that, if that's not what if you're in a monogamous relationship or whatever, or however you define cheating for you and your partner, then you probably should just, I'm not saying that you need to suck it up, but you probably should just hold off for a little bit, get your thoughts together, figure out what it is that you want,
Calm down.
what it is that you want to do, calm down, make a rational, they always like to talk logical decision, then make your move and say, this is what I know. They better be facts. Don't go off of assumptions, right? This is what I know. Here's what it is. And this is where we are at this point, right? This is the move that I'm making. And like I said, not all the time is divorce for people.
So, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
She says, what's an emotional cheat, though? They're talking on the phone and sharing your feelings, complaining about your partner. Yes, telling these women.
Yeah, when you feel like when this, I would say the emotional cheat is when like this man or woman is dealing with this other person in levels that are far beyond just the physical, we had sex and that was it type deal, right? It's like they're confiding in this person. They are, giving like their deepest, and it can all be gaming as a spouse, right? You should know what's game and what's not game, right? To kind of like decipher if this is like an emotional cheat or something like that. But I know a lot of people out here, they get it like, they'll tell the what's it called, the side piece, they love them or whatever to get what they need or whatever. But I would think as a wife, you would know that, you would know what's real and what's like fake, right? But if they're like, like, I just say, we emotional, like you be like, oh no, you doing too much. Like it's one thing that you was at the club and something happened, blah blah blah, right? And I ain't even, depending on that relationship is whether or not I'm staying or not. But like it's another thing when like, you didn't, y'all, yeah, I ain't even get into it because I don't want to internalize. I don't want to bring that kind of work life.
We get in the mode.
I can't even find my stage stick because I don't even want that kind of aura in my space.
Right.
So is it like a work husband or a work wife?
Oh, it's beyond that. That's an example of that. Mm-hmm. But it's an example of that. But it's beyond just like, oh, we work together every day. We just spend a lot of time together. we friends. We have, I talk to them while I'm at work. Oh, it's like I'm calling this person before I get to work. You call them after you get off of work. You on your drive home. You picking up your kids from daycare. You talking to this person. You like, when you all like that, I need to like be you watching them text on the phone and they smiling in the phone. Like, oh my God, you need to be with them. They making you happy.
You need to go over there with them. Like y'all should be happy together.
And that's my thing though. I'm always gonna be like, what, y'all best friends like that. Y'all need to talk like that. Yeah, y'all need to be together. Like, cause I want to be with a friend, So if that's your friend, that's your person you confide in, and they know your dreams and what you don't like about me anymore and all that kind of stuff, you need to be with them.
They believe in you.
Yes, because they don't know you yet.
So is cheating once? Does cheating one time make them a cheater, or make you a cheater? Either way, because one assumes just the guy. So
does cheating one time make you a cheater?
Does cheating one time qualify the person as being a cheater?
Yeah, they cheat. You cheated. I mean,
but are you a cheater?
But are you a cheater? Yeah.
Moving forward, you are known as a cheater.
That's up to you, baby. Like, do you want to be a cheater? You've cheated, right? And so it's in you, right? So we know it's in you. But do you want to be a cheater? Because we'll see. That time will tell. Like, did he cheat or is he a cheater? Right?
Uncle Junior, hit the link.
Black men don't cheat. Okay, I get it. But it's so funny. So I asked that follow-up question because I follow, I think the lady's called like the breakup lawyer on IG. And she had a reel where the person was like, the guy was like, if I cheat one time, that made me a cheater. And she was like, so if I cut hair one, and she was like, yeah. So he said, so if I cut hair one time, did that make me a barber?
That's a good point though. That is a good point.
That's why I asked.
Listen, let me ask you a question. If you in the grocery store, right, and you in the produce section and you still a little grape, right, off the little grape just to see if the grapes are good, are you a thief?
Yeah, because you're doing it all the time. You ain't just doing it with the grapes.
You are a thief because you can get in trouble. Well, if you said
you get the chicken out the deli.
You one grape. Just one grape. You get one grape. Just to see if the grape, if the vine was.
But why
good.
You need to do that though?
Just to see, because before I purchase, I want to make sure that the bundle that I got is the sweet one, right? I don't want to buy,
Well, how people take some out of this pack and then put some in another thing too with those grapes. You just don't know what you're gonna get. So you just a cheater then.
Take a little sample off the vine, like let me just like that. No, I'm a thief.
Yeah,
I'm a thief then, because I'm a thief.
You at where you at? You in the Walmart? Where you at?
You in the market or whatever, and you in the produce section. Now I don't mess around. I don't know if I mess around with Walmart produce like that, but I don't know if I'm sampling in there. I don't know how much produce I'm getting out of the Walmart. So I'm not saying it's bad. Woo! I'm not saying whatever, but like, and maybe that might be, maybe I should stop doing that, right? Because we just
you do that for real? It was a joke.
I don't do it every time. Maybe like,
see, you were not just a one-time offender. I said you do that all the time. I said you do that all the time. I knew it. You do it all the time.
Yes, Mama Bear Moment says Target over Walmart. I would probably go to their produce section, but even still, like I like to go to some good markets to get, produce.
To the actual grocery store.
Go, you can go to the Amish market. You ever been to the Amish market? Listen, Amish market like has good produce. Yeah, well, yeah, it's like a farmer's market. The Amish people up here, I forgot y'all in the South. Y'all probably ain't got a lot of Amish people down there.
They had an old Dutch bakery at my home.
Yeah, the old Dutch bakery and stuff like that. And they got, listen, you get you can get some good produce out there. I mean, it's a little expensive because they trying to, get their coin, but it's good.
So y'all, okay, what's Uncle Junior Network saying?
He said, yes, once a cheater does not mean always a cheater. How many women had a hot girl summer in their 20s and swear they not like that no more in their 40s? I don't know any women like that.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know any women like that. We didn't have a hot girl summer when I was coming through my 20s, so I didn't know what that is.
I was always in a relationship too.
That's right. Oh, you already told us, you listen, you locks it down. But they be wanting to lock it down with you though. They like,
what do I be
that's what
doing
it
anyway?
is. They were like, nah, I can't let that one go.
She's sweet,
They
sweetie
rock-
pie,
that's a good
feisty. Mama Bear says, I would imagine that cheating the first time is difficult. I don't know. We got to ask these cheaters. If a person was able to get past the fear, it would be easier for them to do it again. Mama Bear moments. Girl, you sound like you own to something.
I know. Yeah. That
It's like,
definitely
I
sound
got
like
away
that.
with it. The adrenaline rushing. And you know what? I could do it again. It's just, breaking that seal of that first time, right?
It tastes better when you steal it. That's what somebody said. That's what somebody said. You steal that candy bar out the store. Listen, here I go. I'm telling my thief stories again.
Right.
You steal that Snickers and that grape. You know, oh, this is the sweetest grape I ever known. Woo! You eat that so quick.
Oh God, y'all are wild in the night. Okay, so let's turn it up a notch and then we're gonna cool it back off.
Here you go.
Oh,
what about bike weed? You talking about Myrtle Beach bike weed? Where Uncle Junior at?
Okay.
Myrtle Beach bike weed back in the day.
You talking about
Joy? Did you ever roll past a Myrtle Beach bike weed?
No. I didn't go to any of that stuff. I was
a sweet girl.
Yeah, I ain't.
Yeah, you still are, and you still are, and you still are.
And
we had
Freaknik, I was too young. I've heard about
Freaknik. I feel like they stopped it by the time we came along. Yeah.
They said Ronnie from the Players Club shut it down.
What?
You ain't know that?
What'd you say? Drunk bitch. I didn't like Ronnie. She's a drunk.
All right. If I even catch you looking at somebody some type of way, I'm gonna
listen. Uncle Junior is in North Carolina. He live in
he's in North Carolina. That's why I was like, bike, we gotta no. I'm gonna just set that over here because I ain't trying to dox myself about bike week, especially in the 90s when you had some white Reebok classics.
Y'all know you've been grown a long time, Si. I'm gonna just say it. You've been grown a long time, buddy.
Oh, right. I was gonna say, what you 17, 16?
Y'all ain't never had white Reebok classics.
Yeah, but I'm talking about being at bike week. That's
with Reebok classics. I had a little tennis skirt to go with my Reebok.
Yeah.
What you was wearing with your bike week?
I showed y'all my little red tennis skirt with my I had some some low top Grand Hill felines.
Oh my God, boy,
red tennis skirt, my little afro puff. Yes, I had some K-Swiss too with some slouch top.
Yes.
Okay, y'all, look.
Okay, let's bring it back.
All right. So, speaking of Freaknik, we know a lot of freaky things was going on. People was meeting people, doing things to them. That's why all these 50-year-olds that was at the Freaknik got the herpes now.
Okay.
They
got it, girl.
Now we know why. But y'all, here's what we want to know, gentlemen. What makes a good box?
Oh, hold on.
What makes a good box?
Joy.
Nobody want to hit the link.
We getting spicy now.
They don't want to hit the link. They don't want to hit the link.
Hey.
They don't want.
They shy.
They shy. It's okay. It's okay.
They don't know. Maybe they don't know.
Or and that's another thing, right? Can I just say that I think there's a lot of I'm not saying people, but there are a lot of misconceptions when it and I'm nobody's like Dr. Ruth, so not even that, right? But you know, when you're in a serious relationship with someone, or you're in a marriage or whatever, let me not say whatever, but when you're in a serious relationship with someone or whatever, you should really like you gotta verbalize, you know, your wants and your needs and your desires. You know what I mean? You have to. And some people mistake some things for WAP when it really be something they need to go to the pharmacy from, you know, Dr. Allen over here and grab something for. What you said it was called? Mitocortisone? What you said?
Metronidazole.
There you go.
You can say
You
flagyl.
know, you think you getting like WAP and you like getting bop. And I just, you know what I'm saying? You like, listen, okay. Y'all don't want, okay, nobody want to listen to Ty tonight. That's all right. Y'all don't want to listen to Ty tonight. Okay.
Well, what's interesting is y'all, it's so funny. I just read something earlier today that said that that some doctors dissected a female cadaver and discovered that there's a myth about the G-spot. They said there's no such thing.
What was male doctors?
What is it? Who's the source on this? Like,
I was trying to find it. I feel like it was like Yahoo, CNN. One of them, it was a credible thing. They said they dissected a cadaver and they was like, where is this G-spot? So I don't know, but you know, at least that I don't know. But so what makes a good box?
I think.
I mean, that's for the men. I mean, you want to, you know.
But the girls are thinking that they got the good box, and what makes us think that it's so great?
I told you, sometimes they think it's a good box, and they need to be down the aisle in the grocery store, or in front of the. I'm telling you, it's a lot of. I'm telling you. I mean, at our age, you should know, right? There is no excuse for a woman
of a certain age.
I don't even want to put an age on it because I don't want to sound like insensitive. But ladies, it's important for you to know thyself, and men like know what herself like, you know, looks like. Man, you just gotta get. Do they do sexual ed in school anymore?
Yeah,
they don't teach you
or
that.
Is that like
they don't?
Or is that like too? They don't talk about
they don't talk about how to please a partner. No,
right. I'm talking about they know how to. I'm not even talking about that. I'm just saying it's a lot of women out here and men that think they either got the WAP or they're getting WAP, and it ain't that. It is good old yeast or whatever else is going on. So when you say, "Oh, this is what you know, this is what that is," please don't come up here talking about. Yeah, it was like, you know, thick cloudy cottage cheese, and you're like,
"Oh, child! Oh God!" Okay,
I don't know if that was what you thought that was. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying.
This is not okay.
Let me shut it up. Let me not. Okay, it's not okay.
I said this is not okay.
Okay.
Maybe they think it's their ability to like secure the bag or something like that. That they think it's like, you know, so awesome. Huh? Some of the women, they might be like, you know, no, I'm talking about why they think they got the WAP, why they think they got it. The women, they're like, oh, I get the bag or whatever.
Oh, okay. So that is a outcome of
your abilities. Yeah, maybe that's what it is.
Is that
keep on coming back? If they keep on coming back, nay. Okay.
You know, if
people be rocking the mic, you know what I'm saying? Some people be rocking the mic.
Go to commercial.
Uncle Junior says 4 things that make a good box by him. Number 1, no fishy smell, because you know what that is. I told y'all what that was. Number 2, neatly groomed. What does that mean? That's like, you know, subjective, objective, whatever it is, whatever.
And I will also point out painful. My life is flashing before my eyes. But go ahead.
Number 3, form fitting. Y'all know what that means.
No.
Yes. Would y'all have like surgery? Would y'all have the surgery? Did y'all have vaginal births? I had a C-section.
I had a C-section too. I'm in tag.
Yeah, I did as well.
So number 4, self-lubricating engine.
What they call it? What they call it? Like
Okay.
I don't even want to get the video flag, but y'all know what they call it. What's it?
Mhm.
Self-lubricating engine. Oh, okay.
But self, that means
Yeah, see
maybe
what I'm
something,
saying? Now y'all see what I'm saying. And Uncle Junior, I appreciate you putting that in the chat. But now these ladies be seeing what I'm saying. Okay. And ladies in the chat, see what I'm saying? Now that is on us. I just want you to know that. I understand where he's going. I know what he's saying.
Yeah,
but y'all see what I'm saying.
So
right?
It's like you got to start your own. Sometimes you got to your car. If your car already running, you got a new car. It's like smooth sailing. Some people might be like they need, I'm saying like the engine situation. Your car is running. But then some people might need a jump start. You got to jump the car off.
Yeah, hey, or tune up.
Yeah,
Hey.
Hey. Uncle Junior says, "Who's baking bread? Not the yeast." Yes, the yeast. Go girl, yo girl.
I'm telling you,
ornament
is
ornament. Like, what does that mean? Like, is that something? Why am I not getting it? They got a sliced bread. They got a what is that?
A piece of bread. Like a loaf of bread.
A loaf. And then they have the 3 smiles.
It's a baguette.
Laughing emoji. Is that a baguette? I don't speak French. Lord. Ashley Leanne said, "There's definitely a G-spot. It's like a button. Y'all never felt it? That's what I said. I think it's real. That thing is real. Something's going on."
That's why I asked you what kind of doctors was it. You gotta check their credentials because they might be one of them hating ones.
Right.
To the whole like, is this inappropriate to say? When like it. Female. You know
what you're talking about.
I don't.
Not that. Oh well.
That. Okay. But don't they say that is that?
Yeah. Is that what that is? Is that what we?
Ladies, is that
is that how we know?
Say it. Is that?
Uncle Junior says they come back.
And how can you tell the difference if that is that?
If they come back, does not mean you got good wow. It don't mean nothing. I'm through with him. Doug says, make sure y'all like and subscribe. This mess we talking about tonight. This game is, what is the name of this game we're playing?
Tonight's Conversation.
Tonight's Conversation. They have it's 100 cards in this box, and we're gonna go through a couple of them with y'all tonight.
And
y'all
they have different editions. They got different editions.
Y'all don't want to come up and do y'all confessions like Usher.
Y'all supposed to come up here and
y'all got us up here telling all our crazy stories. Y'all gonna get our whole life tonight. What else? So like it, guys. We want 100% engagement. How many people we got in this chat? We've been keeping a good little 13. Y'all, thank y'all. Keep talking to us. We're gonna see how it's going. We're gonna keep this thing.
Y'all put a 1 in the chat if y'all like these conversations that we have, and put a 2 if you think it need to be spicier.
Oh, put a 5 emoji if it's lit.
Is this
okay? Joy said that we can take it up a notch. Is it up enough?
You want to Lagasse this thing? Let's kick it up a notch.
Oh, I'm just saying.
I'm just saying. Hold up. What was 1?
Me too.
If we good where we at, or 2 if we need to turn it up a notch. She said she like, okay, people say they think it's really fun.
He said he started with 1, but now he got us 2s all the way through. Doug said we're in a good spot, ladies. Let's keep it classy. Keep it classy, San Francisco. Let's keep it classy. Thank you, Doug. You keep us in line. You moderate the panel members. Thank you, Doug, because we forget where we at. This is being recorded. It's on the internet. Thank you, Doug. Thank you for keep us in line. Ashley says, take it up a notch. Ashley, you know what? You tell us take it up a notch. You got to hit the link. Exactly. You got to put an avatar on it. Hey, okay. You got to. You can't have us up here by ourselves.
Come with the word. Come on,
okay. Mama Bear says 1. This is really fun. Mama Bear, like, let's stay where we at. Let's keep it there. All these people with no emojis, no emojis, no what do you call them? Avatars. She's like 2. Oh, Tiffany like 2, baby. And then you see me. Check me out. You see me. Ornament. Oh.
Tiffany fine in her little
Ornament
picture.
says-
Ain't she fine over there? Okay, Tiffany. All right, Norman.
Come on up, Tiff.
You
Come on
better
up,
give,
Tiff.
girl.
We hanging out on a Saturday night. Thank y'all for joining us. This girl here, this
Tiffany
Tiffany that went on and said it. She said it.
Tiffany on 2
And she
I got
say,
church in the morning.
she say, Tiff.
She on 22.
Tiff. We were trying to give a little in the window.
Tiffany said, nah,
Tiff
let
like,
it go.
you know what it is.
My fellow Americans.
Okay.
Oh wow. Okay.
Tonight's
Lord.
conversation.
Come on, Joy. Come on, give us another card.
Oh Lord, have
Keep it
mercy.
at a
Okay.
1.5 because it's been like half and keep it at a
Just to
1.5.
get a little, yeah, honey.
We
Okay, so
towing the
after
line.
20 years of marriage, your spouse says that they're attracted to the same sex and want to explore that with you.
Why do they keep doing that?
What happens next?
We gotta
You
go
shuffle
and
the
get. We can't be together no more because they like steady trying to throw this mess around on me. That's why I knew they wasn't done with that.
They want to
keep
explore. So you wouldn't this come on, not with them, like
Just-
you know.
It's your
You don't-
spouse.
you're not supportive. You're not being submissive enough. That's your problem.
I ain't agreeing to that.
King say, "Oh,
I'm not agreeable. You don't want to be
King,
agreeable.
you're walking into about a 1.5.
Hey. Oh,
And Doug has made sure that we have kept it classy. And we're gonna
trying to
toe
keep it
that
classy.
line as close as we can. Get to that line. The later it gets into the night, who knows? Who knows, King?
who knows, Lord?
And we
knows, I don't.
and you could be watching, keep it timestamps because we did need you to do some work for us.
She said, check your
Oh,
email.
Lord.
King.
Uncle Junior Network says the first time I jumped on the show, glad I came for the entertainment. Y'all ladies have a great night. Good luck to the
Uncle
show.
Junior.
Thanks, Uncle Junior, for
Appreciate
engaging
you.
us tonight.
He said
King,
he's from
yeah,
VA.
we doing better. Ain't no more play at VA. That's how y'all do that. So what?
No, that's
so
GA.
no.
That's Pastor Troy.
Oh, GA, not VA. Oh, mama.
But
He said he
you
replied.
gotta let them have it. They
Okay.
grind. They over
So-
there.
So we ain't
He
worried
says,
about
okay.
that same
What,
same situation.
Yeah,
Ashley said,
go ahead,
he
shuffle
said,
the deck.
okay.
Shuffle the deck.
I said shuffle that there because I'm like, we keep getting the same kind of questions.
Okay. Well, Ashley says he says okay. So I see what that means. She said she ain't agreeing to nothing like that. I'm picking up what you're putting down. Okay, let's see what we got. Oh, I don't want to talk about that. Okay. While drinking one night, your significant other tells you they don't love you anymore. The next day, when they're sober, they said they didn't mean it. Do you believe them?
Yeah. No, I don't. They a narc.
Oh, I missed it, child. What was
They're a narc. They be like, you still mad about that from yesterday?
Who's a narc? What was the question again? I'm sorry.
So while drinking one night, your significant other tells you they don't love you anymore. The next day, while sober, they say that they didn't mean that. Do you believe them?
What they say? A drunken mind speaks a sober tongue.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that?
Yeah, that's
you
what
believe it for the first
I'm
time.
with you. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'd be like,
Well, let me ask you.
you said it.
Well, here's my question, and y'all ladies, let me know. How important is love when it comes to sustaining or maintaining a marriage? Not relationship, not your little situationship. When you have under the covenant of the Lord said, "This is my partner." How when it gets what they say, like people normally divorce like year 7, 8, 9, somewhere around there.
Yeah, they say 5 to 7. I say 9, but it's probably 5 to 7.
How important do you think it when you see like these 50 and 60-year-old like marriages, because it's people go back and forth like, yeah, no, my grandparents or my great grandparents were like in love, and
That
grandma,
be
she did this and granddad did that. Or is it the other side where it was like, yeah, no, grandma didn't
put up
really
with a
have a
lot of
lot of
stuff.
she had to put up with a lot of stuff because there wasn't a lot of resources or opportunities for women back then, and so you know she was sticking it out for the family,
And some of
or
them
he was
women
sticking
be
it out.
doing them too. Some of these women be doing their own thing. I know a lot of old women, they be doing their own thing. Okay.
I
They
know
ain't just
down
they
in
ain't just sitting there, they don't talk about this. And they always talk about how the men got their families on the other side of town. Some of these women be real, scandalous. And you look at some of the children, it's like, is that,
scandalous.
yeah. So
Oh,
I think it's hard. I think after a while, of course you always love a person, right? But it's like, okay, can I keep doing this forever and ever and ever and ever?
yeah,
So I don't know. It got to be both people
yeah,
trying to do it.
because I would think like I don't hear I don't hear a lot of talk around this, but like there's a lot of like you're still family, right?
Right.
You're still family. Like if you,
Mm-hmm.
I don't think a lot of people talk about. They say, "Oh, that's that person, right? That's my baby mama. That's my baby father. That's my whatever." But like honestly, though, you're family, right? Because
Right.
I think about it now when we go back with the whole 23andMe and Ancestry.com, we don't know the situations that was going on. I mean, some of us can't get past 1865, and we know the reason for that, right? But
Yeah.
when you look at the family tree, you see, oh, this person begot that person, and this person is here, and that, and that, and that. We don't know this. We don't know the stories, right?
Right.
I don't know what I'm talking to right now, um, but it's just like circumstances and everything, whatever, however it played out. Sometimes they held on, and sometimes, I mean, I don't think a lot of people understand um,
It's
like
hard.
divorce. Yeah, it's hard.
It's
It's
hard.
hard.
It's hard to stay together. It's hard to leave. I know it
It's
sounds
a,
like it's
it's
easy to
hard.
break up
It's
because
hard.
70-80% of women are leaving. It's not easy because, like I said,
Yeah.
you are family. So
Your family. You are like your family. You don't know like what happened. You don't know. They could have been married on paper, but baby, they could have been living in separate. Well, I guess they couldn't if it was uncensored. But you understand what I'm saying, right? So many different dynamics. But it's just like still your family, and you're looking at it. You're looking at your ancestors if you have the opportunity to do so, and you're just like, I don't really care what they went through. This is my family, right? Like if I'm looking at something from the 1800s and it said, oh, I'm connected to this person. I just want to know the story. You know what I'm saying? I'm not faulting them. I'm not doing whatever. I'm just glad that they were whoever they were, because if they weren't, then I wouldn't necessarily be here. And so, um, but yeah,
Doug
like this your
says,
family. What did Doug say? Go ahead, Doug.
respect comes first, utility comes second, love comes third. It depends on how old you are. Because if you're 20, 25, you're 30, and it's your first marriage, because I know a lot of people like, oh, my second marriage, I'm married for a different reason. First marriage is like
Mm-hmm.
love marriage. Then the next time you get married, it's like you just want stability, I guess. I don't know. A lot of people, y'all tell me, but I know first marriage is a love marriage. The second time, it's like, okay, I just need a companion that can like do stuff
Somebody
with me.
grow with.
Yeah, that's it, pretty much. Yeah.
I think people
So all the
probably
things you
go
look
into
for. Oh,
that
go ahead.
second one with knowing more, right? Like, I think they should, right? Lessons learned, knowing more. And I wouldn't say it's not like excuse me, they don't love the person, but they understand what the I would think that they would understand what's important, right?
Yeah.
Just like Joy said earlier, she lost her whole job and she was looking for I guess a protector, provider, and all other stuff in her partner, and didn't get it, and it was just like, you know what I mean. So the next time she's out looking for someone else to connect with. She's looking for something that person didn't necessarily give, and she just has a different viewpoint. I would think like, I speak to my mom. It wasn't until I got older, and I speak to my mom about these topics, especially when you're going through love it yourself. And her and my dad, they divorced, but it didn't take my mother was divorced, late 30s with 2 kids. It did not take her long for the next husband, right? I know a lot of people say it's a wall hit, but
both of my parents are second marriage. Like my mama was married right before him, and he was married too.
Listen, we cut from a different cloth over here, right? But I know why. As a grown woman now, as a teenager, this is none of my concern, right? This is not my business, I would say, right? But as a grown woman, and I can reflect back on my mother back then when she was going through her divorce and then having her time period and then getting remarried again, I could see why men were attracted to my mother, even though she was, a military woman, right? I mean, both her husbands were in the military, so people marry their peers. So there's that, right? They got a lot in common, but I can see why. When I reflect back on my mom, I can see why, like, it didn't take her, it didn't take her that long to get to the next. And like, I forgot my point, but I'm just like thinking about my mom. I just remember going to school and people used to be like, oh, Ty, your mama fine. I'm looking at like, I mean, my mother looks good to me, right? But like, you a whole like child to my mother, and she don't, you know what I'm saying? But they used to be like, oh, your mama fine. Because it didn't take that long, but and I love my stepfather to death. Okay.
King says love is 100% important.
It is important.
Ashley says love is most important. Duh. You say love is third.
Love is important.
I kind of want to love somebody.
Respect, but I think when you meet someone, you don't love them off the bat, right? You gain a respect for the person. They provide some type of utility, like you can see, like they can provide some utility to your life, right?
Do y'all believe in love at first sight?
I haven't. I ain't never been there, girl.
I ain't seen nothing that go with your shit.
I haven't been there. I'm sorry. I ain't saying it can't happen. Why you been there? Was that?
I did.
Really?
Yes. I ain't gonna lie to you. Yes. I met this man. He was the sexiest thing I ever seen in my life. And I was like, that's it. I was
wanna.
Wow. Ooh, child.
Did you lean
Joy?
over and
Come back.
Did you lean over and unlock the car door for that man?
Did I lean over? Like, yes.
Never mind. Next.
She said she did.
Yes. Oh God.
Okay.
Yes. Okay. Y'all ready?
The car door.
Y'all
even if you got automatic locks, you're supposed to lean over and unlock the car door.
Well, if it's raining. In the rain.
When he lets you in the car and he closes the door, you and on the passenger side, you're supposed to lean over
every time.
Right.
Unlock
the raining, maybe.
Door. I don't know. Ask Colosimo. I don't remember.
All right, y'all. Listen. Okay. It's spicy, people. A man finds his significant other's sex toy and throws it away because he feels it's too big. He tells her she's not allowed to have any toy that's bigger than him. Is that reasonable?
He a hater.
Is that reasonable?
Is he a modern man? Modern men cool. They don't care probably.
Yeah, modern men be like, yeah, nah, whatever.
Right. Love at first sight is usually being in love with the way someone looks. Joy.
Yeah, definitely. That's exactly what that was.
Joy was. Exactly. I ain't even gonna ask. I could like really dive into these questions because I kind of already know like what this man is, where like I kind of already get it. I already know.
Okay,
but all
of it. Say this online. Is this okay to say on the internet? Black,
You can say blood clot.
you
Can't you?
can?
I mean, I know
don't
you.
know.
I
I feel
know.
like
Should I not? I probably shouldn't. See, that's the thing. We don't know, like, when curse words in a different language are like something like you ain't supposed to like say, right?
yeah.
One of my friends used to make. She was like, "Girl, you don't just be saying like you coming off like you coming off mannish. You're like you're real mannish right now."
Mama Bear says, I would tell him to mind the business that pays him. Stay out my drawers, okay?
Okay, Mama
Get in
Bear.
your own closet. Get out of my stuff, okay? Ashley
mean,
says, I can't relate to this question.
Okay, girl. Okay. But here's my question, and here's my question to men. This is like a piggyback question, right? And women, women, because everybody has their kinks. Is that an issue for you if your significant other, dibbles and dabbles outside of the interactions that you have with each other? Is that like, does that
like using a rose? Is that what you're asking?
Like, would you be upset if you knew that your significant other was like, let's just say y'all live together or whatever, and you knew that in the shower or wherever, like he got hairy palms.
I just assume they be doing it. They be doing it all the time somewhere.
Just anytime, right?
Somewhere doing some mess like that.
Does that bother you?
Would
that bother, like, I mean, we being funny, but like, would that bother you if you knew that they were like doing that off to the side or somewhere, like without
you in the bathroom too long?
Like, you don't gotta hide it. Like, oh, what you doing? All right, I'm going. Or you be like, or you should really be like, oh, okay, well, let me help you out. Let me. All right, I'm done because it's getting way too spicy. Right? Okay. Too spicy for YouTube, girl. We're gonna have to take this offline for real.
He said no to in this black.
Or men, would you be like look, would you
Papa
be
Bear moments wanted to? Okay, Mama Bear.
Okay,
Mama
Papa
Bear.
Bear.
Okay, sweetie.
Papa Bear, mom.
Okay.
I would not mind at all.
Okay. Yeah. Hey, we like to hear about Papa Bear, not just Mama Bear. Okay.
I want her to come up so bad because I need, sometimes women know, like, when you can see another woman, when you can see, like, girl, we need to have.
You always get people in some mess.
I'm not in no mess. She just told, she said Papa Bear. It's a married woman. Ashley in the chat. Ashley, like, when you could just see Tiffany in the chat, because Tiffany's giving you, when you could just see another woman and a topic comes up and you like, and y'all just look at each other like, because y'all know. Yeah. You just know. But then you'll get some women that want to, be like, I don't know what they're talking about. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I feel like joy is still and love at first sight.
And it's like, baby, we don't have to go all in detail with it, right? And we don't even got to talk about it in public. All I need you to do is
David said we be doing this though. He just said this the other night, Ty, and you lied. I said Ty is the main one. Always doing
all I'm saying is just give me the eye so that I know that we're on the same page. Just give me the eye, like, girl, you know that number 4 that he said was a little off, right? You know that number 4 on his list of what makes it good is a little like, right?
Oh,
okay.
Really?
As long as you and I are in the same, because there'll be some women out here be like, oh, like it was perfect. And I'm not going what's name, but some women just won't necessarily, and everybody doesn't have the same experience. But if you can just acknowledge that we don't all have the same experiences, and you can understand that your experience may be different from another, and you can just give me the eye when something like is a little like, he said, oh, he said he always know. Okay.
I have gone to the store with a gentleman before to
all the time.
explore options.
What y'all get? The rose? You ain't got any answer that.
Oh,
Everything.
my
Come on. Married life is where it's at there. You getting everything y'all buying out the store? I know. I'm sorry. I forget. I'm sorry. But I'm just saying, like at one point it was like
I mean, that to me is just like, that's okay. It could be married life, dating life, whatever life. I don't think men look
you
at
can
it
go
like that.
together. It doesn't have to be like a.
no,
ain't
I'm
gotta
just
be
saying
a
y'all
this
secret.
thing over here off to the side.
I'm just saying y'all was combining incomes and buying out the store.
Yeah, we were living.
That's the
Living.
There it
We
is.
live. Yes.
Okay. All right. Well, moving on. Let's
y'all wild in here.
Okay, let's.
What happened to Sim? Didn't I see Sim in the chat? He's been gone and tape.
You know how he is on his hikes and stuff.
Oh yeah, he got to get up in the morning and take that lady on that 5-mile hike up the mountain. Woo! Go ahead, Joy. What's the next one? I'm sorry.
A woman confesses to her significant other that she gave a coworker oral sex.
What?
He feels that's worse than cheating because she didn't get anything in return. Does he have a point?
She does.
That's why he's upset.
What, you gotta be dusty? What
It's
you
like,
mean?
I mean, is that happening? Y'all know I don't be knowing a whole lot that's going on outside. People doing
it's
that.
happening, but I'm just like, that's why he upset because she didn't get anything in return. Like, where my money at? Like
with the teenagers. I didn't know if it was a thing with grown people. I know it's a thing with like the teenagers, like the kids. They used to have a lipstick game.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I don't know that. I don't know that game.
They would. So it would be a boy, and multiple girls would wear different color lipsticks.
Well, who I noticed they on a melanated boy.
No, not necessarily. But the point that I made
sound like something that was originated on the other side where you could see the lipsticks very well.
Right, but it's a thing, though, right? Like it's a thing. So I mean,
they play too many games for me as a teenager. Like, baby, we ain't have all that.
Yeah.
I mean, we had growing up in the 90s, we had some stuff, right? But that was a game we're not like. We're not playing that. Like, I wouldn't even want my friend to play.
Is that playing? Is that playing though? Like
what was it?
You say that sound pretty serious to you?
Like, we all going to stand in line to play that game? Nah, baby, we going to Kentucky. We going to the fair. I'm not playing that game. That's a different.
That doesn't sound like a game to me.
It's multiple. They line up to put their marks to show. You know how when you at the fair and somebody like hits. Excuse me. When somebody like does like the hammer to see who can get the highest or whatever.
That's what this is.
Is that when I'm getting that right? Is that how it is? You put the list?
So everybody everybody's like, oh my, I'm gonna throw up. I'm about to throw up right now.
That's a long way from spinning the bottle. That is a long way from spinning the bottle, baby. She is crying. Now, I would never let my friend play that game. I would if my friend goes over there and plays that game. She's not a game. My friend. Like we're not cut up, baby. I don't even want to be associated. We didn't play those kind of games, right? Like, people did their thing, right? People did their thing, right? We did. I mean, it was the 90s, right? You had a lot of like teen pregnancy. You had people did their thing, right? But it was never like the group. It was just not that. And that's maybe where I'm coming. I'm at that whole Gen X in between millennial era. And I'm still a little bit of country, and I'm still a little bit of rock and roll.
I'm still like, that's not a game.
It's not, baby, it's a game. It's a game.
It's like, I'm gonna win this time.
You say the herpes statistics gonna be 75%.
None of my friends better not play that game. You play that game like y'all know I'm not a player. None of my
Not a
friends
game.
never, not even
That's
as an
not a
adult. I
game.
don't care how I don't care.
That's not a game.
About the subject. That's not a game that we're playing, right? And I'm a grown
not a
woman
game.
that I could care less what people think about anything that I do.
We just talked
but
about women, your best friend dating is messing around with this dude that you used to talk to. Now, what are those girls doing that's lining up for this game? They don't care nothing about what friend you had.
No.
They like, we all
Don't do
one.
that.
But
Y'all
is that
heard me
worse
when I-
though? So it's asking like, well, it's basically like he feels that is worse than cheating because she didn't get anything in return. Does he have a point?
He is silly and she is dusty.
They are not thinking about the right thing.
They are confused.
It's like you ain't come back with the money. Like this is like you. I don't know if y'all used to watch HBO back in the day. Real late.
Taxi Cab Confessions.
That and
you remember that?
Yes, Taxi Cab, Red Shoe, Hook it at the point, all of that.
Y'all remember the Bunny Ranch?
Look, there she go. There she go. There she go. Remember the glass ones? Ooh, look at me. That's all the stuff that we should not have been watching. But I tell you what, one thing we wasn't doing back then. I showed you we wasn't lined up with different lipstick colors. Talk about let's see who can go the furthest.
Who got
playing that game too?
I'm
not playing that game with my friends. And if you line up over there, you like, ooh, let's play. You're not like you're over. My father would not. Yeah, you're over. You're done. My mother be like, oh no. Come on, next card.
All right. Let's see here.
You see the tear duct.
Oh man.
Only plastic cups when they come over. Okay, that's what mama.
I know that.
Okay. Styrofoam.
All of the friends, the baby bear, all the baby bear friends, don't let them trick out y'all.
Okay. That's your friend. Okay, go get them red Solo cups out the cabinet.
Yes. Or they need to go home because I don't even want them around here.
I don't even know why you.
So you are giving your significant other oral sex and go to kiss them during the middle.
I said shuffle the deck, but I ain't know like what part of the deck did you get these from? What you
say? This is Sunday nice.
So so you are giving your significant other oral sex and they go to you and then you go to kiss them during the middle of it. They turn you away and tell you to wash your mouth out first. How would you feel about that?
You remember my friend I was telling you about that if she lined up for that game? They in the same line.
She needs to.
I'm not here for that. Like, don't play with me.
Okay. Yeah, they the same. Right. Them same people. Same people.
They the same kind of people. It's like on different ends of the spectrum, but they the same thing. They should probably. What you say, Allen? Y'all need to go. Like, what you mean? But turn your face. Bye, y'all. Next. Listen, I ain't saying I'm speaking for the panel, but if you ever.
Y'all are hilarious tonight. So let's check this one out. So
I'm not answering no more questions first. That's it. Y'all go. Turn my face or turn your face. Talking about
But if you were playing a lipstick game, they have a valid point though.
Oh God. All right, y'all. So a man has a side piece, but claims he loves his wife with all his heart. Is that really possible?
I feel like a man gotta answer that because I don't think he love the wife or the side chick. I don't think he love nobody. You don't care about nobody but your damn self. Love should have brought your ass home last night.
Okay.
Y'all know that's boomerang. So there's it.
Is that possible? Is it possible that so again, a man has a side piece, but he claims he loves his wife with all his heart? Is this possible?
Let them tell her they say it is.
Tell me.
Our Norman says no.
Okay, why not?
Doug says yes, it's possible.
Okay, how?
Oh, that's true.
Y'all expelled on
Ashley
that.
says,
Ashley
hell
said
no,
no.
not possible.
Y'all hit the link. Do I gotta drop the link again? We really want to hear what like come up and like tell us
like,
why.
they don't want
Y'all
you
got
know
us embarrassing ourselves all
it's
night.
too spicy.
Right. I done put a
And
lot
I
of
just
information
know
out
this was
there
Ty's
already.
idea. This was all Ty. Today's episode is brought to you by Ty.
Made
You see,
thumbnail
they're
and
gonna be in
all.
that same
Came up
line.
with the title and all.
Come on. Okay, so why? So
All right,
what's the comment saying?
Who got the cards?
No, look in the chat. Doug said something.
No, you talking about it's
Doug
my idea,
says
but I don't even have the cards.
the majority of men aren't able to find out because they can't get multiple women. Doug, you act like these men ain't getting no women now. I'm tired of this. Who you think the black women dealing with the black men? They sleep with somebody. These men ain't getting no women, Doug.
Some of them are not.
They're not. I didn't realize until I like got in this space.
Was that not who like Kevin Samuels was speaking to when he was telling them to up their game? The ones who were not.
They would not.
Am I wrong? There are a lot who are not. Have you ever went down the black pill rabbit hole?
No, the rabbit.
YouTube.
I've only gone like as far as a little red, but I don't know about the black.
I didn't know. Wait, hold on. We have a red, blue, and black.
And a low-key purple, right?
And purple.
This is
and
all new language to
pink.
me.
Oh, pink. What's pink? Is that women? So
I think that's I want to say it's the
feminists. Okay.
I think it's this. The other side of the spectrum.
Okay.
Oh.
So
what
one
the
that
black people, they like, man, forget these women. I ain't never had no women.
Yeah. Oh, not even that. Like it's an anger.
Oh, they hate them.
Like they are like
because they want them so bad, or somebody hurt them.
Baby, they say they don't want them. But
so what they want?
Like,
they don't want nothing.
It feel like it's coming from a hurt. I'm not a therapist, but I feel like it's coming from a hurt place. It feels like it's coming from like a hurt place, and I'm not like making fun. I'm just like, this is different. That's why. Listen, I like to close up when I get to that stuff. That's what I'm like. Ooh, like don't go too far in, right? Because then you will start becoming. I got to start burning the sage. Closing my top up and let me go interact with some real people because, it's like
I'm interested now.
Okay.
Doug, he said 1/3 of men under the age of 30 are virgins who haven't had sex in over a year. That's they saying on the Lead Attorney chat.
And they did this on
these men ain't getting no women. They ain't getting no women. They not getting no love out here. And it's the modern women that's turning these good men down, Joy.
Yeah. Because y'all not being fluid. Next. No. I'm being funny.
Doug said there are more male versions.
There are more male versions now than female versions in the United States. I mean, Doug, listen, I know you know your stats, but I'm gonna
stop. You've gone too far. Okay, so
I'm not laughing. Like this is a nervous laugh. I don't know what else to do or say. Okay.
I don't know what to say.
Like it's so I didn't know. Now I can see where some of the commentary is coming from. Because like these women out here just doing whatever they want. They talking back, they sassy, and they ain't showing no love. That's so sad.
Yeah, so if a woman proposes, if a man proposes to his girlfriend and she declines, is the relationship over?
Yeah, that's the man.
What do you say?
That's another male. I think that's a question for the male question.
We don't have enough men.
Men, like if the woman says no to you, are you saying no to the whole thing? Because a woman may like want to be with you, but if you come in a week into it talking about, if she say no, she don't want it. I'm listening.
That's what I think.
I don't think on everything.
I think women ain't just saying no to proposals.
What?
Are women saying no? Are they turning them down like that? So if they turn you down, if they have the nerve to if they turn you down, And I think a man, I don't know if the egos are really like, fragile right now anyway, because they ain't getting no love out here in these streets. So if they build up the confidence to ask you and then you say no, I think that might be like, black pill.
But what about
That's
those
like,
stories where people say, "Oh, I had to ask her 2 or 3 times"?
they would probably say that's a simp or some kind of incel or whatever the terminology is on YouTube.
They call them simps. If you
These
ask
men
them
ain't
again,
asking women twice. They ain't gonna ask you twice. I don't
don't
see
say
it.
that. Don't say that.
Not now.
Oh, they gonna ask. Oh, unless somebody got.
All I'm saying is don't say that. Don't say that.
Some of them got that box.
Well,
And they can get asked
there's
twice.
a lot of exceptions to the rule. Everybody is not the same. All I'm saying is
Right.
don't say that. But I mean,
It depends on why you told them no too. Sometimes it could be like, if y'all were into it, because like when I got engaged, I thought we were gonna break it up. I'm like, what?
I feel like women.
What?
I see. I don't know of two. Like I've seen the videos, right, where a man is on his, down on a knee and asking, and the woman says no. I've seen that video from years ago. I seen Chrissy do her thing with Jim Jones, and that was
Jimmy. That was
Jimmy.
That was cringe for me.
I can see why a man would be like I can't move forward.
Yeah.
But I can also see why a woman will be like, I am like I want to be with you, like now, but and I want to build with you, but I'm unsure, right?
I don't trust you,
or I don't trust you. I don't know. I can see it. I can see it. I'm sorry, I can see it. But I also
be together.
But I also can see a woman still having all of these emotions and will say yes, and then later down the line say, I can't do it anymore.
That's what happened on The Game. Did y'all watch The Game with Derwin and Melanie? When he thought she was pregnant and he proposed, and it was like a grand proposal, and she was like, what? And so she was kind of forced to be like, okay, sure, I guess. And then,
to not like embarrass him or whatever.
He told her, yeah, he was like, you just like embarrassed me. Like what you said yes, but now you like not really. So yeah, that caused damage to them for a long time. I think that's exactly how it goes in real life. I don't know what on either side. Like if a guy says to me like, I don't see us ever getting married, I'm gonna feel away. And I can see how man would feel some type of way too. But now again, I've never been engaged, but I'm pretty sure that people talk about these things in advance, right? So what is that conversation like that leads up to, don't they say like kind of ring you on? Like, don't they kind of fish around a little bit?
Yeah, they fish around. They definitely fish around.
And if you're young, you're making plans,
how do we get to the no? Yeah. Like, how do we get to the proposal and the no?
How do we get there? Somebody lied about their feelings from the beginning.
Well, I would just say,
maybe they don't know how to be.
I would say that it's a lot of it would be a lot of like confusion, especially depending on where you're at in a relationship. Now some men will jump the gun. You'll just be like, I guess he's showing you that he wants to be with you, but you're just like, hey, we just met. Like you see people that get like engaged with one of my closest friends, her parents were engaged within 2 weeks that they met each other.
Love at first sight.
That is kiss it up to God, like honest to God truth. They were engaged 2 weeks. He knew, her dad knew, God rest his soul, he's no longer living. He knew that her mother was who he wanted to be with, and she said yes. Now I don't know what he did in those 14 days. I have no idea, but I just know whatever he did, and they were, they were married up until he passed away. And then I know, in some other cultures and stuff like that time period is depend, like some people don't even get a choice, right? Like I'm almost like that when it comes to my daughter. Like she ain't got no choice. I know I need to see the stock. What you said, you got to know the blood what you said.
Yeah, the blood you mix. Be careful. Be careful.
Okay, I know what kind of I know, like I'm like, okay, I know where he come from. I know where he that right. And I'm years away from anything like that, but I just got to keep an eye out because I wouldn't want her to come back, and her father wouldn't want her to come back in the house, come back in this house with somebody is like, oh no, that's not it. But I'm just saying, outside of all of that, sometimes men jump the gun, and it's not like the woman is not like wanting to be in a relationship. She just may not be at that, and she can may say something to you like, babe, like, yeah, let's do it, but let's hold off until we get to this point. Maybe it's, I don't know, financially or whatever have you. um but I mean, sometimes people miss the boat. I don't know, y'all. Listen, I sailed around, so it's just like, I've done. I'm like,
Yeah, yeah.
I'm like, so like, I'm like thankful, because
Yes.
thank you, Lord. I appreciate you for whatever discernment you bestowed on me.
Yes.
Next.
So y'all want to do one more?
We do
one more, girl.
Okay, one more. Let's
You
see.
don't want to. I mean, y'all supposed to come up. Y'all supposed to hit the link. We were
I
supposed to have
know
a
These
good
folks
night.
want to do this tonight. They say y'all play them games.
A good kiki.
Oh no.
I proposed out the
Ashley
blue.
said,
Just sit on the couch. Oh, go ahead.
oh, I'm sorry. My bad. I didn't know you were reading it. Go ahead.
No ring, no nothing. And we're on 12 years happily married. Amen.
Okay.
That.
I know that's right. And then Ashley said, what?
We didn't plan anything. We just
we wanted to go through life with each other. Okay.
How long y'all been together? How long y'all been going through life together? Ashley. I'm curious.
Doug come see, that's why I love me some Doug. Doug say Ty spitting facts. I know some guys that propose because they didn't have much to offer at the time, but commitment. Women won't refuse the proposal of a successful, competitive, accomplished man that she connects with. I will say that, but I agree that she connects with. There are many people, I already know 1% of the population makes over blah 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 blah, but success to some people are different, right? Right. We'll just say that. But if she connects with that man and he's successful, competitive, accomplished, women, like, that's it. I'll figure the rest out later. Well, the last part.
She said, oh, Papa Bear Moments proposed in the art gallery. That's sweet.
Y'all remember the movie?
12 years.
12 years.
Look.
R. Norman is my. Here y'all go. The couples in the chat.
See?
Couples in the chat.
I like it.
Thank y'all for coming through. This is a good conversation tonight.
Nice.
12 years.
Very nice.
And y'all, I thank y'all for enjoying the show. I appreciate y'all coming through and supporting us. Couples in the chat. If we said anything that's out of line, let us know. Sometimes, it get a little spicy.
We got a married couple in the chat. Let's go.
I know. Y'all need to come back so y'all get these crazy men together. They be saying stuff that's just.
But when Mama Bear Moment said that her husband proposed in the art gallery, it reminded me of the Issa Rae movie with what's the guy that plays on ATL?
Childish Gambino.
Not Childish Gambino. The one that played in ATL, and he played in like Get Out. And
I do not know his name.
And they was like in Louisiana and stuff like that.
Yes,
I love that movie. That was good movie. It was a portrait or something like that. That was a good movie.
Something like that.
It was good. I liked it.
Yeah. Ty, you
okay,
like
I'm
you be on her vibe. Look who's back.
Are we still
not spicy bag here? No, we finna wrap it up, guys.
Sim, no, hit the link. We will keep it open for Sim to come up here and hit the link. We just gave you one card. We're not even going. We just gave you one card to answer. You can choose whether or not you want to answer it. Lakeith, yes, come on, Sim. You know exactly who I was talking about. Come hit the link. We need you to come on up. Just answer
We
one
probably got to
card
offer him a hike on
What's,
a rough trail.
and some granola, girl. And
All right,
pineapple.
y'all. So here we
I
go.
respect the fact that I
Person-
respect what he was trying to do. Go ahead. I'm sorry. My bad.
Okay, so a person offers you $1 million, $1 million to have
Okay.
sex with your significant other. Before you can answer, your significant other says, deal. What happens next?
Oh, let's ask. Let's you know what, we got somebody. Let's ask Ron how he feels about this question. I'm gonna just let them go. Let him go first. Here you go.
All right.
Hey,
What's
Ron.
going
What's
on?
up? What's up?
All right,
Hey
so what's the
now.
question again?
Okay, so a person offers you $1 million to have sex with your significant other. Before you can answer, your significant other says, deal. What happens next?
She's out of there. She's out of there. That's it. She's out of there. If you
You
that
said she
thirsty for
gone?
money, you said what?
You said she gone. She done.
Yeah, if you that thirsty for money, you could be bought. I don't want you. I don't need
Exactly.
you. You can be bought. Money come and go.
Yep.
Not even for a cool
$1
meal.
million?
That's
The
a
money is
decent
out.
goal.
It's out here. You see, so it's like if you can't formalize in your mind that you could get that without being on your back, then you can be bought and sold.
Right.
And you can't give
Now
me
you
away. You can't sell me. I'm not for sale.
Okay.
Not like that.
Now
I
you
sell
in the
myself.
chat, you said that you've been married for 12 years.
Yep, that's a fact.
Did that me
Amen
with
to
the
that,
echo?
man.
Yeah, but you gotta have a level of integrity. All right.
Yes.
Integrity
yes.
worth more than money. So that's
I agree. I definitely agree. So you were married 12 years, you and your wife. And is it me with the echo, y'all?
I don't hear it.
I hear it a little
Nobody
bit.
else hears it? Hold on. So you've been married 12 years, you and your wife, right? She's proud. She's proud. So I mean, tell us, like, Walkers, we did a lot of different like questions tonight. But what was the question that you stood out? You was like, and you had to look over, at your wife and be like, they right or they wrong.
Right or wrong? I don't know. Can't think of nothing necessarily right or wrong, but the one that did stick out, one of them that stuck out is like love at first sight. Because a lot of people don't believe in it. I didn't believe in it until I seen her. Like I was literally in an undergrad like bookstore talking to another female, and I seen her walk by, and I said, "Yo, I'm out of here." Like,
oh, you just the female you were talking to go and talk to your student.
and I've seen her because like the door is glass, like the whole window, and she was going across the street. And I don't like back then. I wouldn't hawk a female down. Like if you already like, even if I walked past you and I thought you was attractive, if your shoulder passed mine, I'm not turning around to speak to you because that means I wasn't there. But I left out of a building, chased her down, walked her to her class, and the rest is history. So
Okay.
And it was like
cute.
when I seen her pass, I knew that she was the one. So it's and then it's one of those things. Like even before then, it ain't like, oh, you just see the pretty woman. Like, no, I've been out there. I've been around the block, around the world. It's
right.
You know when you did it all, and So
I love to hear it. Look
That's
at
beautiful.
Look.
That's beautiful.
There is still hope out here for us ladies. There are men that are still out here looking at us. You just never know. It always happens like that, right? When you out and about, you're not even going out like looking at anyone. You're like, then all of a sudden you can be in the grocery store still in the grate, and here he come like, I saw you. Give me one too. Give me a
Look at
grade 2.
you.
You be like, there you go, and there you go. Is that me? I think that's me. I feel like
Now y'all
that's me.
did have that one topic though that was kind of weird.
Which one?
Y'all talking about them toys, like why do you need a toy? Why do you need toys if you got a man? Let's go there.
We can't get into that online.
No, we here now.
I don't know. I don't.
Listen, you don't even gotta worry about it, Ron. If you and your 12-year wife, if y'all good, don't even worry about it.
I
But I
know,
will
but
say this.
it's sad because I don't understand that. Like I got friends like that's single, or whatever. They want to chase all these women, right? And then they be like, well, this one, dealing with one person is boring. It's like, what are you doing to switch it up? So I understand
Maybe
why
it's a toy.
a woman that's dealing with that type of dude probably do need a toy, because you just want to do the same old. You got the same old shit.
Sometimes the toy just ain't for her. Sometimes it could be for y'all as a collective.
Maybe you want to
Mutually
explore the male
beneficial.
juice spot.
No, ma'am.
No, you don't want
Don't
to
turn
the
your
male
nose
juice
up.
Nah. Not at all.
Oh, Joy going in.
Look at Sam. He didn't hit the link.
Oh, we got Ron. Thank you. I appreciate you coming up and supporting the channel. You've been here since day one. We saw you in the chat. I know in Allen. Can you
Please pronounce it.
Yeah.
R. Norman.
R. Norman. Okay, I got it.
My name is Ron, but ornament was a nice touch. That's my alias now.
I don't know. You might have to switch up the alias and could just call it ornament. I don't know. Maybe that's not good.
Who is that?
It's a cosigner, a little stalker.
Oh, that must be wifey. Look at her. All right.
That's my work wife.
What you said? That's your work wife?
My work wife.
Watch your work
You better not get in trouble. You better not get in trouble because of us calling her your work wife.
Right.
Hey, we in the office. That's why I said that this is a home office.
Bro, what kind of work y'all doing with the target in the background, sir? What kind of work is that?
It's role playing.
What?
Oh, it's role play. Look, here it goes.
You gotta get
this
right.
Wait a minute. What? Are we playing cops and robbers? What is this?
You can't miss test shots.
Can't miss.
Wow. Hey. Nah, I love it. Thank you, Ron, for coming up and supporting the channel.
Man, thank y'all. We appreciate y'all. Y'all keep doing what y'all doing.
Thank you.
Thank you.
No problem.
All right, we got somebody else. We got another male perspective coming on up. Come on up here, Mr. Sim Sia. Come on. How you doing, Sim?
I say Sim Sia. Is it Sim Sia or Sim Sia?
It's Sim Sia. What's up?
I'm telling you, in Allen will destroy a name. She didn't call Ron ornament. She didn't call Sim Sia.
I like Sia better.
I mean, I can see why you get that.
Listen, you can call me Sia just as long as you know I'm a king. That's it.
Oh, okay. I hear that.
Yeah.
Whatever you like.
Treat me like
Whatever
a king.
like. I know you get treated like a king, Sim. So Sim,
Listen,
I know you've been. What's going on?
Go ahead. Listen, I want to address the smoke first. Let me address the smoke, right?
What smoke?
Listen, why y'all hating on my hiking women? Listen, the hike, the granola.
Look at Lisa. These lace fronts be lifting up. It be too hot.
Listen, that's why I only deal with women that wear natural hair.
I got my natural hair tonight, but I'm ready to get back wig gang.
I like to sweat them out. You know what I mean? So I get you out there in the wild. You don't have no choice but to sweat them out.
He said, "Best believe I sweat out weaves, get Afro puff like RAGE."
Okay,
I'm the only one on that. Okay, I'm over it.
No room.
I'm done with y'all. Y'all gonna stop having me up here with my lyrics.
No, that's what you were telling us about the ice cream man. Cream. Remember?
Not Master P. I was talking about.
No, we thought you were talking. It was like somebody with a shirt on in the music video. It was like they had like
Wu-Tang. Yes. It was
We had no clue
Raekwon.
what you were talking about. We had no clue.
No.
If you were in the chat and you may have, maybe you were, anything about Wu-Tang, right? And you remember the song Ice Cream, Raekwon. I believe that was the Purple Tapes. And you remember the shirts that the ladies wore in the video, and they were all different flavors of ice cream. It was like chocolate deluxe, butter pecan Rican, French vanilla.
Or if you know Mr. Ice Cream Man, if you know that one, put a 2 in the chat.
I'm not.
Or Cash Rules Everything Around Me.
You put a 3 for that one. But
That's,
if you know Wu-Tang, put
you
1.
know Wu-Tang.
Put 1. Let's see what they got, y'all.
Yeah.
Y'all know Master P though?
Those 3 do you know? Because
2 of them are Wu-Tang.
Nobody knew.
I feel like I know the Wu-Tang song from back in the day.
Thank you, Sam. Appreciate you.
Say you feel like you ain't
Listen, Wu-Tang had the 90s on lock, and
Wu-Tang on the East Coast, up in the upper East Coast.
Yeah, I mean that was before Master P. Well, it was around the same time, similar.
Nah, it was before
Friendsgiving.
Yeah, let's keep it real. Let's keep it 100. Thank you, Friendsgiving.
She said she know Master P.
No, she know Cash Rule Everything Around Me.
Cream, get the money. Dollar bill.
Yes, that's it.
But not that butter pecan Rica. We say pecan down here.
Pecan.
I know, and
y'all say pecan. What y'all say?
And it like really like gets in my soul when I hear y'all say pecan. I just be like,
when I hear pecan, I'm like pecan.
All right,
Sam, you're not off the hook.
Let me ask. Listen.
Go ahead.
All right, go ahead. Ty,
do you put pecans in your trail mix when you go on your dates?
Yeah, it's usually in it. It's usually in there. So if you like pecans, walnuts, almonds, peanuts, cashews.
What do they got?
Now, Sam, we let you up here without the camera because we know you, right? But where your camera at, guy?
I'm in these streets right now. I'm getting ready.
What time it is where y'all at?
I got people waiting for me. I'm getting ready to.
It's almost midnight.
They ain't got no street lights on them mountains out there.
Nah, but you get to watch the moon from the summit.
Oh, that's what you do.
I can't wait. I can't wait for NAllen to come over to the East Coast.
Listen,
it goes down. She's talking about what happens it out there, baby. It's just getting started over here.
Okay, I'm just getting back out in these streets. I don't know what they doing out there.
Nah, I don't want you. We don't want you in the streets though, sis. You ain't gotta be out here.
You know.
How long
you like my college roommate, buddy?
You
put me in a bad situation.
And how long you been out
there?
How long I been where, Sam? I'm not listening.
Out of the game.
I'm in limbo right now.
No, but I'm talking about in general. How long have you been out?
Oh shoot, let's see. About 11, 12 years, 11, 12.
They're gonna have you.
50, 11.
Who gonna have me out here?
These boys, they gonna have you out here.
Man, them boys ain't changed. I know them boys. The ones that I bring to the yard, I know them. They ain't changed.
All right, so
now we don't want no boys in the yard.
Ty, you were asking me
yes, Tim. So out of the questions that we asked tonight, we asked a lot, and so I'll give you the opportunity to let us know, like, what was the one that stuck out to you that you were like, I need to speak on this topic.
Well, I didn't get the chance. Listen, I was behind in the chat, and I was getting ready to call. I was at my first spot. Now I moved to my second spot, and I figured I'd just go ahead and come live, and then I catch up. I was about an hour and a half behind. But
Joy, pull a card. Pull a card, Joy. Pull a card, Joy.
Pull a card.
Joy, before you do that, though, look, what's up with this? What's up with these toys things? I heard y'all talking about some toys. Talk to me about that.
You supposed to be talking.
The question was something.
Go ahead, Joy. I want to hear.
If a woman had a sex toy and the man a man threw away the woman's sex toy because he thought it was too big and he thought that she shouldn't have a toy bigger than him. So
listen, I mean, I don't know. I don't think that it's necessary though. You know, you could just sit there and just watch her take it, right? And watch her take it and just watch her facial expressions. And that'll let you know, you know.
Hold on. What we taking? What?
Taking a toy. You watch her. You watch her. Like, listen. If you worried about,
he couldn't cam up for this. He got us cammed up for this.
If you worried about her,
and Allen over there embarrassed and blushing, she's like, "How did I get signed up for this?"
Listen, I mean, for me, I don't feel like I'd be threatened by it. I'd sit up there and I'd just watch her. I'd ask her to show me
penetrated.
How she uses the toy. Mm-hmm. Come on now, with the technical terms, Joy.
Would you be the one that would help her with being penetrated?
No.
Or would you just watch? Nah, you just sit over in the corner?
I just want to watch her and just see her facial expressions and see how she gets it.
He's crazy. He's crazy.
Well, what if she was doing it separate from you? What if this is an activity that is independent of you and you like just found it? Like, what is this?
No. I'd say, look, because I mean, like as a man, you're supposed to be dominating the situation. Like you making commands to her. All right, look, we're moving here. All right, we're moving here. Then I say,
oh my God.
Listen, I'm not going to give it to you unless you're begging me for it, right? So you got to have her on that type of time, right?
Go to commercial. Right? Somebody go to commercial.
Listen. You got to have her on that type of time, right? And then once her energy is exactly there, right? Mm-hmm. Because the goal is to make sure that like you just watching her
darkness.
You watching her squirm, right?
Oh my God! Okay.
So you watching her squirm.
Y'all too graphic.
And then you say,
"Look, we gotta be in the mastermind with you tomorrow."
This is never gonna get monetized, by the way.
Hold on. No, I'm not saying too much anything. Listen. So then you say, then you tell her, you say, "Look, this is what yo,
never make it a monetization."
Grab this right here.
Oh my God.
All right.
See how you use it.
A pineapple seal.
I appreciate you.
Oh my goodness. Mama Bear's in the back. Come on, Mama Bear. Bring us some good vibes. Oh
my word.
Oh Lord. Tim was going.
Yeah, he got the party started, honey, right at midnight.
Is it still spicy, ladies?
I got communion in a few hours.
Cayenne. I brought the cayenne pepper with me.
Baby, look here, I got communion in a few hours.
I ain't even going for I ain't even going for if this was not on, I would let that man talk. I just let him talk.
Oh my goodness. Wow.
Hi, Mama Bear moments.
Hey girl, hey.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes.
Hi, ladies. How are you?
Good. How you
doing? Good to have you up here. We never had. Oh yes, we did. But anyway, we know you, Mama Bear. Let's hear, girlfriend.
I would have my camera on, but I'm not feeling well. My apologies.
No, it's no problem. No problem at all. So tell us, like, what was the question that you were like, you know what, I need to respond to this one, or what was the question you felt like was probably the most thought-provoking, or whatever? What stood out to you?
I need to turn my light down.
The toys question.
Dark.
Let's talk about it, because you were in the chat giving out giving a little bit of game.
Yeah, I mean, so I'm 28. I'm a mom. And I've been married since 2019. So, and not to be polite, like, I don't use toys. It was never really brought up, but if Papa Bear Moments wanted to use toys, I'd be okay with it, because I think life is too short,
Yeah.
And I don't know the specifics of these toys, but I think people, as long as you're being safe, you should have fun.
I agree.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. I agree. I think between, man and woman, and, especially when you're married, you should be able to, open up, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You should be able to open up and explore with each other and learn each other and not necessarily be afraid to talk about the things that you like. And if you like toys, or if he likes toys and he's, you know, good with it, you should be able to like have that conversation with your spouse. No? Am I asking for like, is that like too far like left? Or is that like
no, that's
no,
real.
that works, because I think, like, trying not to be disrespectful, but like one of the benefits of being married, it's like you already know how like their body works. You know what buttons to push.
Thank
So it's
you.
like if you're like, hey, I'm my show comes on in 30 minutes, but then my husband comes and he's like giving me the eye, and it's like, okay, well, I know what I could do to make it in time to see my show.
right.
Oh
Keep it
my
real with
God,
them,
somebody
man.
got
Keep
the
it
mic
100.
because you be real. Like,
Keep
you know
it
what?
real.
Baby, she said, I got 24 minutes. All right, cool.
I mean, let's
Bang,
be real.
boom, pat,
Yes.
bat, boom. All right, bet.
Mhm.
Love it. Yes, ma'am. I love it.
Yes.
That's what we're talking about. Just keep it, you know. I totally agree. It's just like, all right, let me go in here real quick, do what I need to do.
Yeah, because
Right.
I
So I
mean,
can
yeah, exactly what you're saying, Ty. Because it's like I get what Mr. Sia, I think, hopefully I'm not mispronouncing it, was talking about, right? But it's like I can't, like I have work. So, you know, I have work, I have projects. I can't like be shaking and then having to get up and take care of my daughter. Like I have stuff to do. I have a life. And
you
I
know
already
what, Mama
tried the
Bear?
whole domination thing, and Papa Bear Moments was not having it. He was like, no, we're not doing this.
Yes. Like I can't exactly. Like, listen, I got it. Like, we'll take an extended vacation if we really want to go deep into this, right?
but
But like,
right now, got stuff to do.
like right now, you know, I gotta get up in 3 hours, right? You know, I gotta
You
get
gotta
the
press
baby,
the button. You
right?
gotta go
Like,
press the button.
so
Nuke
now
you.
you're like, do.
Like, you know, like home
I love
cooked
it.
meal is wonderful. You know, it's great, it's well thought out, but sometimes you don't have home cooked meal time. You have hot pocket time. You have TV dinner time. So sometimes the toys will help. And
Exactly.
You don't want to form on you. Gotta
mm,
lay down.
but yeah, this game is really fun. I can see myself playing it, answering
So,
like
so,
questions.
so we should do it
Yeah.
again.
Yeah, I think this is fun.
Okay.
I'm gonna look online. I know they got a few different versions of this, so I'll explore some other versions of it too.
Cool. Well, I'll go. Thank you for having me, and I'll be back in the chat.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
We
Thank you, Mama
appreciate
Bear
you so much.
Moments. We appreciate
Bye.
you.
Yes, and
I
everybody
love
that came
it.
up tonight. Thank y'all.
I love it. This was good. This was a good idea.
Oh boy.
This was
No,
a good idea.
No, I said this was sponsored by you because you was like, let's do a little after dark. Let's spice it up a little.
We've been
All
trying
I
to get
said
after
was
dark.
y'all
You
were
was
the
a little
ones who brought up
nervous
the
though.
cards.
Like,
I
you
didn't
were
have
nervous.
the cards. I don't know anything about the cards. And who got the cards? NAllen, hold your cards up.
I don't have all my cards on the table. I don't have no cards. I kind of did say, well, let's just we could play a whole game or the whole show.
Yeah,
I did say that. I said that. But those are Joy's cards, though. Those are her cards, though.
Those are her cards.
Yeah.
Now y'all know.
Now,
But I think they are good conversation starters. Especially if you have like a good mix of like people and men and women, they can all like give their, you know, if you're dating, like it could be like a fun like couples night, get like game night type deal. Maybe like some stuff you like, you gonna look over at your look over at your man and be like, you better not.
Don't even try it.
He's gonna look at you like, you like what? Why you ain't never tell me before? You don't want those moments, right? So just keep it light, keep it fun. Like, you might have to sift through the deck first or something. Because Joy was throwing out some things. I was like, "Oh, we only 4
we keep
episodes."
you this same kind now. We need to try to like shuffle it up now. Shuffle the deck, 'cause this is the same kind of questions. Yes.
Shuffle the deck. But all right, ladies, we want to finish up and catch up in the chat.
I think we have so far. Since Sia is talking his mess, I really still want to say some Saya. I can't. Ornament.
Ornament.
He said he was gonna go with ornament. His wife said okay too.
Did you? She sure was cracking up in the background. Cracking up. You hear me?
But I like the fact that they on the same page, like they watching the same YouTube, the same. So and I don't know nothing about these people at all. I am 15 minutes into this relationship with them and knowing who they are. Right. I feel like they're connected. You know what I'm saying? Like, because it's so easy to be disconnected, especially when you start like YouTube and I'm in a whole nother room downstairs watching Power and like, different pages, but we've been on here for 3 hours. So like, I like it.
We got 6 more minutes. We need to just hold out, let it make it even 3 hours.
Yeah, I like it though. I do. I love it. I really do. I appreciate it. Like, I feel like it gives me something aspirational because I don't have a husband. I don't have a whatever. And I would want to be able to connect with them. So we had like common interests like that. So I love it.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah, no, I think a lot of people like to connect on that level, right? And it may not be every single thing, right? Like, there's some videos on YouTube that I'm pretty sure no one else wants to watch with me. Like, I like pimple popping, stuff like that, right? People are not into that, and I don't expect you to be, right? But with the internet and social media, it's so easy for people to get disconnected from each other, right? But no, I like them too coming in here. They're like, oh no, we both watching this and they're having a good time about it. So appreciate our Norman and Ashley, Leanne, and coming through and supporting us. And I've seen them on every episode. So like they've been in the chat stirring it up. So we definitely appreciate y'all. And Doug. My man Doug coming through with his Mama Bear moments came through with the stats today.
Yes.
Oh, wait, hold on. Doug said, do you No, I don't care. Could care less.
I don't either.
No.
Knock yourself out.
Still watch his corn when you are in a relationship. No. It isn't. It's not an issue for me.
We probably, I don't know if it's just us.
But they say we're modern women too, so
yeah, we like do it. Knock yourself out, bro.
Go ahead, knock yourself out.
Put yourself to sleep.
Listen, you'll find some women that'll sit down right next to you with the popcorn and be like, rewind that.
Show.
Yeah.
Okay. Right. Yeah, I would say like, get your popcorn. Oh, look at that. And then be like, all right, let's go. I know we try to close out. It was the episode of Martin.
We got 4
exactly. Our Norman. There you go.
What he said.
Make your own corn. Pop your own corn.
There it is.
That's what I was about to say. This is an episode of Martin, right? And they were like, they had the little I can't remember what they were doing, but they were going to like make their own episode of Corn. And Martin had a spatula, the camcorder, the whatever they had, and him and Gina was about to go into the bag. And I think she was like, why you got that? And he said something like, so he can smack it up, flip it, and rub it down. I thought it was the funniest thing in the world. Y'all remember? Y'all didn't watch?
What? I watched Martin.
Yeah,
I feel like,
Mama Bear says, I would prefer if it was animated. She into the anime. Where they got those blue women and all that stuff.
Now, I ain't gonna lie to you. I would think they were weird if I'd be like,
I don't discriminate.
Corn on the cob anime. That's the thing. Listen,
it is. Yeah.
How?
I mean, yeah.
Different strokes for different folks.
I mean, I suppose. That's different.
Whatever. Yeah, you could make it into.
She said the men and women being exploited anyway.
Are they being exploited?
They
You
get
signed
paid
up
though.
for
They
that.
get paid, right?
And I think they get paid pretty well, right?
Well, I mean, some people may, but listen, it's a whole man that's like, I don't know if he's still locked up for, exploiting or being accused of exploiting a certain, type of woman. But she's saying, like, I'd rather you draw it and, and it's no, like, a physical
computer
person
generated.
Computer and we could do it like that. And I get it. Did she say anime?
It's kind of like comics though. It's kind of interesting.
But I saw the anime.
Tell me about it.
I saw the anime corner. Tell me about it. I mean, I'm not a frequent of it. I'm just saying I saw, and Twitter is
I saw I went on the Twitter.
Anyway.
So you went on the Twitter.
Do you think the majority does ask? Excuse me. Do you think the majority of porn actors and actresses are being exploited? What percentage do you think it is? I would think it's a small percentage.
Yeah, get to this numbers game.
Remember, I asked the question: at what point do we deal with the traumas of our past? I would say there are probably a lot, maybe a lot of porn stars that would say that something triggered them from their past. I don't know. I'm not even gonna sit here and try to even estimate. I have no idea.
I saw pieces of a documentary or something, maybe like HBO or something a long time ago, where they talked about they're on set for long periods of time. And it's like one after the other. It's like back to back to back to back to back. So that, the working conditions aren't good,
They need some labor laws. They need a union.
Yeah.
Listen, I think there is. I'm not even trying to be funny. I'm like, let me. Oh my God, I'm trying to get to us. I'm trying to get to us. But I think there is some type of union. I
think it probably is because Mr. Marcus had that scandal a little while ago.
I mean, are they a part of the what is it? The Actors Guild? Are they screen?
I don't know. That's interesting. They might be. It's a production.
I'm so over. Yeah, I don't think that they. I don't know. Maybe, girl. I don't know. We gotta find somebody that's in the industry.
They probably do have the SAG cards. They're actors. Yeah.
Some of them can act.
Some of them.
But I don't like the ones that look like they acting.
Some of them don't look like they acting. That's how you know they doing good.
Well, I don't think any of them acting. I think they giving. If you, I don't know what kind y'all looking at.
I don't know, y'all. One
amateur.
Guy.
Okay.
This is one guy. He a black guy, and
go to commercial. What you gonna say, Joy?
I was just gonna say,
edit out later.
The skill level, top tier,
superior,
top tier.
Gold star for you. Look at
Academy Award winning.
Yes.
Why you crying over here? Screen Actors Guild. Yes, the SAG. Yes.
Well,
but no. So here, I'm not going to put that up out. But Doug makes another point in the chat, right before this comment. That's a lie on a man. If you gotta, some of them can. I don't know. They might be I tell you where they be at. They be at the counter over there trying to get them. What you said, the little blue pills, so they can. Y'all ever seen that? I'm done. I'm gonna leave because I know we're trying to close it out. But I'm
in the flagell on deck.
Okay, that's why Mr. Marcus got in trouble. They had said something about throwback syphilis over there. I'm like, where they getting syphilis at? Anyway, this was a long time ago.
What, is that not a thing anymore?
Syphilis?
It's
It is a
not.
thing. It's very rare. But that's what they said. Like they had going around in their little gang situation.
I'm learning a lot.
If somebody
Y'all, we
come
should
around,
sell this episode to the school systems because I got a whole lesson today.
I'm not sending this to nobody's child's school.
They can handle it.
Them children be knowing a lot.
Especially if you saying everything. Ring around the rosy.
Oh no. Okay, so let me say. So earlier we were talking about like having like serious relationships in high school. The reason why I was like, no, for real, like I think maybe some of these guys that are coming up now, they really could for real be traumatized by like their 11-year-old, 12-year-old relationships, because I know for a fact I had students that were in middle school and they were going on vacations together. Like they were spending holidays together. I was like, damn, you got a better relationship than me.
I had my first boyfriend. He was my boyfriend from 6th grade all the way up to like his senior year in college.
Really?
Like it was my junior year. Yeah.
It's
I also had another little scam. Huh? He was a year ahead of me.
Really?
Yeah.
My father did not play that. But listen,
he wasn't my boyfriend until like I was in high school, like 11th grade. But of course, I told y'all I never like whoever I was dating. I mean, it wasn't my boyfriend. It wasn't my fiance. It wasn't my husband. It was whatever his name was. So it didn't matter. It was like he's just like a little friend. A husband could be like a little friend.
Let me tell you something. God rest his soul. God rest his soul. My father passed away a couple years ago. And I make a joke to this day. My father went to his grave knowing that I was the whole version, even though my daughter, I was like, because I'm never like, he was not playing that with us. Like,
you had a daughter and you was a virgin.
I don't know how she got here, Daddy. I don't know. You know, I don't do that kind of stuff. You know, I don't do that kind of stuff. I know she looked like you. I don't do that kind of. I love my father.
Deny.
You know, he didn't play, but he did not play with us. Even like when my parents got divorced and everything like that, he was still like, right. But then, you know, whatever conversation my parents had, and I was never like pressed for it, like that. I mean, I went through, the changes and stuff like that, but I was never like in some stuff where it was like serious. 6th grade, like, what? I'm trying to intercept a phone call so that the answer machine.
That's what I was doing too. That I was in it. I wasn't supposed to be.
Right. Okay.
He had got me a ring when I was in like 9th or 10th grade.
Okay, girl.
I had to get him a back. My mom was like, "No, you not." No, I wasn't. My mom was like, "No, ma'am, I'm sorry."
No, you
and
not.
They all, they all was teachers. They all knew each other. But yeah.
When I was in the 9th grade, a boy wanted me to go to the prom with him. My mom was like, "The hell."
That's my first real like going somewhere with a boy by myself was like my junior prom. Like any other time, I was like we ride the back seat of somebody's car. Yeah. So I had a boy. I was on a phone boyfriend. Like,
right.
That was it. And that was like high school. But before then, it was like I see you here and there. But yeah,
I remember being 16, and I remember like I had to like he had to come to my house. I remember he sat in the living room. I remember my stepdad and my mom was sitting on the couch, and they were like asking him a bunch of questions, and I'm sitting there like,
upbringing.
He had to ask my
Girl,
daddy.
My parents were in the military. I don't even know how nice you thought that conversation was. Like it was not. It was.
But no, like it sounded like something on a 90s sitcom. I like it.
Girl, listen. You know we were.
It ain't fun in real life.
Like it was not. Like,
I didn't experience nothing like that. I don't know. Like it was funny. I was riding around in the car today. And I told Ty this, like between me and her, I guess between me, you, and the world now. I'm really for real now. Like I want a relationship, like a real, for real, like whole relationship. And I was thinking to myself, I want to go on a date, and not like a date, I want to go on like a 90s date. I want a date where we dress up, and you come to the door and you bring me. Y'all know the dates from like the 90s sitcoms. Like, I want to go on a date.
Like Tia and Tamara or something.
Yes, I want to go on like a date for real.
I know somebody
like
with
you
bring
come
flowers.
back home and we kiss, and then you go home.
Oh,
Kiss on the lips. Like
No,
that
they
magic
just-
moment where the crowd go, woo! You hear it when you know, as soon as they kiss, the crowd be like, "Oh," they be clapping and stuff. Like Laura and Stefan Urkel. That's cute though. I like that.
Just simple.
Well, y'all
but
hear
I love it.
Yeah, no, listen, I think first of all, Joy, I think you're a beautiful woman. You fine. Okay. And I think, you
I showed some people your picture at the meetup. I'm sorry.
Look at her. See, she was already already out here because we tell her later when we get off.
Yeah, this what the hell what?
I was like, this mortgage boss right here, baby. Check her out.
Baby, mortgage boss is listening.
And they like, what?
They know what I look like from the thing.
Nah, they didn't see you like that. It's your birthday.
Wait.
Okay.
They not ready. All right, it's time to go. All right, we appreciate you coming through on My Unsolicited Opinion. Thank you so much for stopping by. It is well past midnight, and it's a Saturday night, and we gotta get up in the morning
and have communion.
I gotta work tomorrow.
Girl, I gotta work tomorrow too.
But anyway, y'all keep the conversation going on in the chat.
Ashley said, "Joy coming through."
Yes,
baby, she said you want to be in a relationship.
In the chat, y'all.
I dare go email about to blow up. We might have to play it. We might have to look, and now we might have to play this little game. Like we might have to get her, like speed dating. Like y'all got a minute to shoot your shot at my good homegirl.
Oh, we could do that. We could do it for Valentine's.
Pineapple. You just say, girl. Get them out of it. We won't use pineapple because I'll let Melly have that one. But like, we might be like, next.
Oh, what if
your
boy come on here? You drop his ass quick. As soon as he come up, I'm dropping him.
Okay, everybody. Thank y'all so much. We appreciate you guys.
Roll the credit.
It did get a little spicy. We'll know what we're gonna talk about on Wednesday, but we do hope that you guys come back. Tell somebody, tell a friend. Everybody come back here. We're getting to know each other. We're gonna laugh, kick it, get to know each other. Keep the conversation going in the comments. If you see something or hear something, we would love to read what your opinions are and your situations are, because we done told all that business tonight. So we want to hear your business too. Anyway, see y'all on Wednesday. Bye.
Bye.